Jerry, you look a mess. You look like a ragamuffin, my boy.
Hey man,
like
fuck all
you look like
guys.
a street urchin.
Like a
Or,
stray.
Jerry, you look like a streel.
What the
Ooh.
fuck is that?
Something newfie, I bet.
It's very newfie, and that's a deep cut.
It's a deep
man.
burn.
That's a wound.
Does Jerry
Yeah.
does Jerry look
How
like
many?
does Jerry
how
look
many-
like a skeet right now? I know that's a thing.
Nah.
Ooh, yeah.
Well,
skeet,
no, he looks more
the
like he's like
dirt.
a streel because he's going around with his hat on, right? So it's like you're going out and you got your hat on and you didn't probably wash your hair. You're going out looking like a streel.
That's me sometimes, yeah.
I did wash my hair this morning, but I didn't get a second shower today.
You don't need a second shower.
How
That's
many
not
times-
good for your skin.
Does it cut deep because how many times you had to hear from your mother or your grandmother?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Fuck you, Grandma.
Now you're playing with power.
It's Game of the Year 2025, and this is our first one with Aaron. So this is going to be a cool one. If you haven't checked out our Game of the Years before, I'll give you a little breakdown. We take a bunch of really silly named categories that are serious categories, and we nominate games to go into them. Now, in previous years, it's just kind of been Wild West. Like, yeah, we nominate a bunch of stuff, and then we try to figure out like who wins gold, silver, and bronze. This year, though, we're going to switch it up a little bit. Now that we have a fourth, the game changes a little bit. So first, we're going to get into some of our Super Ghost categories. And each person that has picked this category, they will judge. And we will need to nominate and defend why we think our nomination should win that category. And then we will be blessed with gifts at the end of it. I'm sure there's hundreds upon hundreds of dollars of gifts just waiting for us for these competitions. Then we're going to get into our top 5 games of 2025. And ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. Greg has 5 games.
Fuck yeah, Greg.
That he's played that are in 2025.
They came out this year.
That's a miracle.
I love that you had
This
to
is new
specify
ground.
that. They came out this year.
The year
The
of our Lord.
past year, technically.
Yeah. So then after that, after we do our top 5 games, then we get into the nitty gritty. Then we get into whittling it down to find out what the Super Ghost top 10 looks like of the pool of games, and then to crown the game of the year. And I think I have a feeling that this might be turbulent, but we'll see. We'll see. It's going to be fun.
When is
It's
it
going to
not?
be fun. True. Yeah. There's folks. If you want to go back a couple of years and you want to see Beth have a panic, if you want to, I don't think we were recording video then, but if you want to hear her have a damn near panic attack live, we captured that when Greg and I fought mercilessly against you. I mean, you probably could call it bullying.
It was.
where
I'm
we-
glad we didn't have a camera because I was pacing. I was red faced. I was like lightheaded. I thought I was gonna pass.
Wasn't that the Waifu award?
No, it was the Waifu award, and it was because you guys had the gall to say
gall.
that the Lady D was more worthy of being a waifu than
Oh,
Grahatia,
yeah.
Then who?
which is insane. Still,
Okay, so
Grahatia.
Lady,
Nah,
yeah,
man,
and Lady
Lady
D.
D. Lady D. She can cut off my hand any day.
Yeah, man.
As long as I can do one of these.
And with that, welcome to Game of the Year 2026. Let's get it cooking. So, first award, it comes back every year, and it's from me. You know it's from me. I'm the horror guy of this show. Well, I mean, Aaron likes horror too.
Yeah.
But, I'll die on the hill that I like it more than you. I play.
I guess that's
I play
true.
even the bad horror games. I play the bad ones,
Yeah.
and I'm like, it wasn't that bad. So the SHITPANT award. This is for the scariest moment or game. So it could be. It doesn't even have to be from a horror game in general. It could just be like. I mean, I think Greg, one year you even nominated like I think it was the moment in space.
I did Space Marine last year. Space Marine 2 last year.
That was last year. Space Marine, when the lights go down. That was because it wasn't like I'm scared. It was just like anxiety inducing, and we were like, it was like the definition of shitting your pants.
And also, it wasn't not scary.
Yeah, no, it wasn't not scary.
Also,
Yeah, and
I
sometimes
wasn't getting like jump scares or anything.
sometimes those moments in non-horror games are just the worst because you're not expecting them.
Yeah. So with that, I will give you the nominees for the SHITPANT Award, care of my co-hosts. So we have Aaron's nomination is Fucking Anything from Look Outside. And Beth is nominating The First Encounter from Silent Hill F. And Greg is nominating the game Eclipsium. So I will judge you now mercilessly. And tell me why these are supposed to win this category.
Jerry.
Greg, tell me about Eclipsium.
Shit.
Hang on.
Okay.
Hang on. As the judge, let me speak.
Yeah.
Greg, tell me about Eclipsium. I don't know much about it other than you sent me to the Steam store page and I went, wow, this looks fucked up. I think I'm going to add it to my wish list. And I did.
Yeah, so Eclipsium, it's an indie horror game, and the whole aesthetic, it's first person, and what you see most of the time is your hand, and they like it's like they took like short video of a hand of like someone's actual hand, and then they just pixelate it, like put like a pixel filter over it almost. So you can tell it's a real hand, but it has like that filter over it. The game from start to finish is fucked up. Like I think the first thing you do in the game is like cut out your own tongue.
Whoa.
And because I was watching like some YouTubers I follow play it, and like I was doing something else, and then like I hear them going like, "What the fuck?" And I looked over, and this guy's cutting his tongue out.
God damn!
You don't see it; you just see that the hand that's been like the pixelated hand just go up to like the face and like pull out a tongue, which means the tongue would have been fucking massive, and then like cut it out. But he still does it. That's not the SHITPANT award though. I almost hesitate to say what it is because not knowing it was coming was crazy.
Okay.
Yeah.
All I'll say is it involved the giant girl, and if you know, you know.
Oh,
The giant girl.
You can't. But no, you can't judge it based on that because
Yeah, it's hard.
no, I'm
but-
immediately going to Resident Evil 8. Sorry, not sorry.
It's not. She's more giant. Anyway,
you know, it does
Ew.
show it, like I mean on the Steam page, on the Steam store, the trailer that plays on the Steam page shows a giant woman that you like go in, like it looks like you're like walking into her eye.
Well,
something,
it's she's probably just looking up close to you. But anyway, she's like a giant S, and but when you first see her, you enter her room, and then her head just kind of looks at you, and then her like big eye is just like because her other eye is being like covered by her hair.
No.
But her like visible eye is just tracking you the whole time, and she's doing almost nothing, and then she starts to like slowly reach for you.
Ugh.
And you don't want her to get you because that's game over. But she's just like slowly reaching for you the whole time, and you have to like get around like her room without her, getting her hand on you. When I saw it, like I was messaging you as I was watching it. I don't know if it's something about the way that the encounter plays out or whatever, but it was, without exaggeration, one of the most upsetting things I've seen in a video.
Oh, that's what. Yeah, because you said you messaged me and you were like, "I need you to get this game and I need you to play it because I just seen one of the most upsetting things I've ever seen in a game." I was like, "I'm in."
Let me see if I can find
I think
what I said.
I think
Kind
Greg
of
gifted
reminds
this
me of
game
like
to
the
me.
Scariest.
No,
stuff.
I gifted you the Drifter, which I've heard is an amazing game.
What the fuck? I must have just bought
Oh,
Eclipse.
the Drifter.
Oh yeah,
I have
yeah.
heard that's really
Sorry,
good.
Beth. Go ahead.
It's like a point and click.
No, I just was gonna say that it kind of gives me similar vibes of some of the scariest moments from like the first two Little Nightmare games.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, the snake neck lady.
Yeah, that's specifically what I was thinking about.
You watched was it you watching me play that? Right? I think you
Maybe?
were.
I maybe I did, but I know I watched it online as well, like the whole game.
What I said was, I said, look into a game called Eclipsium. I just saw one of the most unsettling things I've seen in a game. It was so simple in its execution, and I hated it.
I must have fucking bought the game then because it's in my library, or like maybe somebody
Awesome.
else got it for
Oh.
me. I don't know.
Fantastic.
I
It
guess
came out in September, so someone got you a game in at least September.
yeah. I
That's
guess
nice.
I'll play it for you sometime. I'll stream it right here in Riverside for us sometime.
Okay. Aaron, you were about to jump out of the gate there with your nomination for fucking anything from Look Outside.
You've played the game.
Tell me about that. Tell me. Yeah, I have played it. We've both played the game. And I have seen some shit in that game that I got to tell you, man, they managed to make me feel very uncomfortable with 16 bits in a way I wasn't expecting. Like I found Faith, the Unholy Trinity, I found that to be fairly spooky, like kind of eerie, but not like, I don't know, like there's so many things in Look Outside that just make you go, oh my God. Like you're looking at it and you're like, oh no, oh God, no. And like
the Teeth
it's
Kid.
one of those games.
Like
Oh my God, the Tooth Kid.
No.
Yeah, the Tooth Kid was rough, dude. Oh my God, that Tooth Kid. You know, go ahead. Talk about the Tooth Kid.
So there's that point pretty early on in the game. You go to this other apartment, and there's this kid whose like entire face is just teeth. And I think even before that, you go talk to like his sister or somebody, and they're like rooted to the ground. Like there's like roots coming out of their body and like into the ground, and that's already
Aren't they
disgusting.
like playing with something? They're like in the middle of the room and they're like supposed to be playing,
I think so.
right?
I think so.
Because they're siblings.
Yep. This is younger sister.
Yeah.
And then like besides the fucking Tooth Kid, there's just all sorts of shit. Like there's one section of the apartment that's or not the apartment, but like there's another floor to the apartment building where it's like a big old maze. And as you're just walking through trying to figure out which rooms are like unlocked, which ones are locked, there's this big like dark, I guess like unidentified like just this big black like mass that's like chasing you as you're walking through. And like at first you don't see it until it gets really close to you, and then it's like oh fuck, and then you finally find a room that's unlocked and you go in and it's like, oh God. And then there's just like a bajillion different types of monsters that are like, I feel like were specifically designed to give me nightmares and or diarrhea. Like there's the Rat King. If you just go to Steam,
Oh
and
my
like
God, dude, the Rat
it's
King
terrifying.
was fucking crazy.
Is the Rat King as in like the actual like what a Rat King is?
No, it's not a homeless
I don't
guy.
want to spoil anything.
Yeah, go
Oh,
to the Steam page and look at it. There's a screenshot of him there.
Oh, is there on the Steam page?
I'm pretty
Okay.
sure. And then there's just like fucking any monster, like, or even just like right at the beginning when you go look out your fucking window and your face melts off. That was like, holy shit! Like, what did I just get myself into?
Game over immediately. As soon as you start the game, it's just like, I should look outside, and then you do, and then your face it melts off and then gets like sucked out of the window as if it was. Yeah, it's fucking
and then
crazy.
Fucking
man. Like,
even before that, you go talk to your fucking neighbor through that hole in the wall. All you see is they're like,
it's just like the eye.
and they blink like so fucking slowly. It's like, and then they're just like talking to you through the
That's how
wall.
you save.
Yeah.
That's how you save your game. You go talk to your neighbor and tell them about. And like, yeah, I mean, I'm just kind of piggybacking on the game itself, but I find it distressing as well. Like that the fact that the longer you stay out of your apartment, the more dangerous it is, and the more you level up from it.
Yep.
Like you'll level up more the longer you stay out, but the longer you stay out, the more fucked up things get. It's such a good game.
This feels like pandering.
We got to get back on that, Aaron.
Yeah, we do need to get
Was
back
that
to
Greg?
I said this feels like pandering.
I I was thinking, looking at the look outside and knowing that you both had played it, and that I also went with something from Silent Hill F, which Jerry, I
played a
watched
whole
Jerry
goddamn
play.
thing.
I was like, ooh, Greg's at a very bad disadvantage.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. He makes us. He like this is the thing. He's made a strong case for that game. Beth, do you want to make a case for the first encounter in Silent Hill F? Because I know what it was like.
Absolutely. I also, if you guys, I can switch it up to something that I don't think any of you have played.
You can go Silent Hill F. That's fine.
Okay. Greg, how do you feel?
Go for it.
Okay. Perfect. All right. Yeah, no, and then the first encounter in Silent Hill F, it was so stressful, so scary, because you got to like understand the context of everything leading up to that, because the game starts itself and it's pretty slow. There's nothing crazy happening quite yet. You're walking down a hill, you're dealing with like drama, like family drama with the main character and her parents, and you go down to outside this general store and you meet up with your friends and you're kind of discussing like what's going on, like what you're doing. A little bit of, there seems to be like teen drama happening, but it's nothing like too crazy. And then shit hits the fan. And then there is an incredibly intense chase scene that goes on. And so like the tension is building and this chase is happening with this like thing, this monster in the fog. And it seems like anything it touches, like spider lilies sprout out from it. So it's you're building that tension, and then that breaks because the chase scene ends. There's a cutscene that happens, and then immediately you're put in front of one of the kind of like main enemies. That's like this kind of creepy, creaking, like mannequin like creature. And if I'm remembering correctly, for that first one you don't have a weapon, right? Like
No,
you have it takes like one or two for her to like pick up something. So you're just like in this tiny little alley after having been just running for your life in this little tiny place that's walled in. You're back, you have nowhere to run, you have to get past this thing if you want to progress. And just like all of that built up, it just, you're like, you having agency makes it like you're like, oh, I'm gonna throw up and die. It was really, really startling. I hated it. It was super fucking scary. I think that that opening sequence plus that moment, and then like a little bit after it, is great at building up that tension, and probably, in my opinion, one of the best parts of the game. It goes on. It definitely gets crazy. Like, it definitely gets crazy. There's some stuff that I would say arguably might be more like, what the fuck fucked up? But that part was like scary.
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah.
I think I do distinctly remember when I could see it and then it jumped up on top of like the building, like out of
Yeah.
nowhere, just like launched itself into the air, and then you hear just like ka-chunk, like land on top of one of the buildings, and you're like, where is it?
Yeah, and
Where
you hear like the
fuck is it?
tin. Well, it
Yeah.
just is nauseating.
very
For that
unnerving.
whole part is so nauseating.
Okay, so here's the thing. Fuck, these are all very strong. Very, very strong. Because I know what the feeling that Greg is describing with Eclipsium, with this thing watching you and then suddenly moving, because I know that feeling. I've felt that in games before. As a matter of fact, I think in Silent Hill 3 something similar happens. In maybe it was not Silent Hill 3, maybe it was 4. I can't remember. But I've felt that feeling before where you're like, is that thing gonna move? I don't know if it's gonna move. I don't think it's gonna move. And then when it does move, you're like, oh fuck! Like it's like a heart sinking moment.
I want to say, to, I guess, give a little bit of to Greg on this. It's that feeling of, I think there's something so primal about that feeling that go like in our heads, as in like it goes back to humans, like, you know, before we like, because it gets that your hair stands up and you feel that feeling along the back of your neck, like, you know, there's a threat and it moves, and then like it's spine chilling. You
Now,
know, there's
Beth,
something
like,
so
don't
primal.
feel like you need to sympathize with Greg here.
Like-
He will cut your throat during Fantasy Critics, so you don't have
like
what the hell.
it is that the bit of it, of the, like that what Beth just described, but there's also like the accomplishment of like, even though it's a video game and none of it is real, you still have the feeling of like she's watching me, you know.
Mhm.
Same thing
Something
goes
that
with Look Outside, man.
that
There
she's
was so
tracking you.
there were so many battles. In fact, one of the battles that killed me and kind of like turned me off of the game for a little bit was so I went into this fucking bathroom in one of the apartment or in one of the rooms in the apartment, or sorry, in one of the apartments. I went into a bathroom. Jesus Christ. I was in a bathroom.
You got there.
You nailed it the second time.
Thank you.
buddy.
Thank you. So I'm in this bathroom and there's this fucking creature that is literally just all eyeballs, and then bam, it like runs at you, battle starts, and after like every turn, you see this little text box come up like the creature is just pulsating, or what the fuck was it exactly? The creature pulsates with, oh man, I don't remember the exact wordage, but it was just fucking unnerving and unsettling. And then after 2 rounds of it just like fucking standing there and like quivering, then it starts like coming closer to you, and you see that text box come up. The creature slowly moves toward you, and you're like fuck.
That's another thing too with that, is that when things like that happen, because the battle system is like Dragon Quest.
Yeah.
Like it's like first person, where like you got like your box that you select like your options in, and then like you're just looking at the monster like in front of you. So like there's layers, and like it'll come closer and closer and closer. And I think that might play a part later on, Aaron. I just haven't gotten as far. I don't think I'm as far as you.
I was far, but I fucking died. I got really far. I fucking died to the because I got stuck in that corner. But this fucking eyeball creature, dude, it was just like it just gets closer and closer.
Okay, so
Yeah.
here's the thing. Here's
yes,
the thing.
yes,
Here's the
yes,
thing.
yes.
'Cause I gotta start chipping away here. Okay, Aaron, I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry.
As much as
Oh,
I
God.
as much as I love Look Outside, and I'm going to keep playing it. We are going to keep
Yep.
playing it. And it is extremely unsettling. And for the listener viewer, go play this game. Don't sleep on this game. This game is amazing. It's really fucked up, and it's a cool RPG. But I don't think it hangs with these other two.
Damn.
Because
Understood.
the feeling that I get from these other two situations, I don't know. They bring out a different kind of fear that I feel like might deserve the SHITPANT award a little more. So, unfortunately, Aaron, I had to cut you. I had to cut your nomination. Sorry, buddy.
And so for those reasons, I'm out.
So, okay. This is tough because I haven't played Eclipsium yet, but I do know I understand, and Beth framed it very well for Greg. I know that feeling, and that feeling is actually it's funny. You know, I think one way that I could easily make this decision is because when I asked, you know, what we should do for these categories and stuff, part of the reason was like, when I think of the SHITPANT award, there's a couple of games from 2025 that instantly come to mind that are like, yup, that's like the model for this. None of you mentioned the ones that are in my head because A, maybe you haven't even seen these games in action, or B, you might not even heard of them. But the one that represents closest to the feeling from those games that I created this award for, I gotta be honest, I think it's Greg's game. I think it's Eclipsium. And I'm not just throwing Greg a bone because he was the underdog here that picked the one game that wasn't pandering to me. So this isn't punishment to Beth and Aaron for picking games that I actually play. I mean, Beth and I played Silent Hill F together. Which, by the way, I want to give Silent Hill F its flowers. It is very, very scary on the onset. Eventually, it turns into a fucking character action game, but like on the onset, that game, dude, the fucking door, and I don't mean like I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about like the doors that open in the game are the scariest thing in the game, like for a good long time.
Yeah, I could, like, every time Jerry opened a door for, like, the first half of the game, like, when you're spending more time in the, like, quote-unquote real world, not the other world, I could hear Jerry's, like, butthole clench. like, it was crazy. He was so afraid. Yeah. And, I mean, for the record, I didn't choose this because I was, thought, like, because this was something you played. At first, it was the only thing I could think about. While Aaron was talking about Look Outside, I remembered another game that I could have put in here. And
Did you? What was that?
No, I'm Not a Human.
I've heard of that.
And I was like, there were parts of that I definitely could have.
Did you watch that or something? Like
yeah. And I watched it.
Damn it! I was gonna ask you to watch
Jerry,
play it.
Side note, I'll watch you play it again. Like, I will, like, if you want anytime. It is so good. I want to buy it and, like, play through my own playthrough of it.
Seriously?
It's really good. It's really good.
I'll watch you play it too, man. Fucking stream it through Riverside and we'll all fucking watch you play it. Same with Cooking Companions. I almost put that in here, but I was like, nobody but me has fucking heard of that game, so like there's no point. And I don't want to spoil it.
But Beth's nomination for the first encounter in Silent Hill F definitely has legs.
Yeah, it's sort of those puppets, you know what I'm saying?
She did a great job of making it feel like anxiety inducing. That was a very good description, Beth.
Oh, thank you.
And it is. It like for me to speak on how I felt playing that. It was extremely tense, and I mean, I can't remember if Beth mentioned this, but like the setting too is like very like old Japan, like in like the I don't know, I shouldn't say very old Japan.
I think it's the 60s.
Very old Japan.
Yeah, it's 60s. Very
old.
Very old Japan wards. Yeah, and it's just like you're in this very tight space,
super
and there's like a stream in the middle, and it's all like raised up, and it's all rickety like wood like walkways and stuff, and like this back alleyway. It's just of course the fog, just the atmosphere. It's just dripping in atmosphere.
10 out of 10 atmosphere.
Yeah,
it just makes
every time like any time like you aggro an enemy, it plays like the traditional like Japanese instrument that goes like wee!
Yeah, it's so yeah, like not kidding. It is incredibly unsettling, like so claustrophobic in that moment. You
Greg,
feel
wild.
Yeah. It was actually perfect.
It gave me anxiety just hearing him do it.
I just heard it hit that kind of note.
It was Greg, you killed that.
Hey man, nothing can stop me.
I will say though, Beth,
yes,
you could have chosen, if it were me, I think one of the scariest parts of that game for me is the rice field.
I don't think I thought
That's
the rice field when you were like, what do you want to put down? I knew, well, at the time the only thing that I could think of was Silent Hill F, because we kind of were talking about it a little bit. And I was thinking the rice field, that was my first instinct, but I really think that like opening, I just think that lead up, the anxiety build up to that moment, to that place is so much, like makes that part way more scary, because you're just like I said, it gives you, I think that feeling of nausea that you get in moments of fear is way more effective.
It is a very, very effective opening. I'll say that.
Yeah. So that's why I went with that over the rice fields, because the rice fields is terrifying, but
it was, yeah. But unfortunately, you can't hang with the feeling that Greg has described by way of Beth for Eclipsium. But no, all things considered, Greg did
Yeah.
a good job
Here,
describing.
I'll put on a happy face.
Thank
If
you,
you
Greg.
didn't do so good at describing it, I wouldn't have been able to like feel that emotion,
Yeah.
like come up with that
Yeah.
idea. So
Winner of the
That's
SHITPANT Award 2026 or 2025, sorry, Eclipsium. Greg, you just won yourself all you can eat tacos the next time I come to visit.
I will remember that.
Aaron, this is your category, right?
This is
Mad Catz?
the Mad Catz Award.
Okay, I'll hand it over to you.
Yeah.
Take it away.
So like when you go to play with your little brother and you're like, oh, you can be player 2, and you give him the fucking Mad Catz controller that's got gum in the Y button because it keeps sticking. I don't know. That's a me story for another time. So the Mad Catz Award, best multiplayer
RIP Mad
game.
Catz.
Nominated by Jerry, we've got Peak. From Beth, we've got Marvel Rivals. And from Greg, we've got Monster Hunter Wilds. And I want to open this up to Beth because, Marvel Rivals rules. I still play that almost every single day. Beth, state your
Yes.
case.
Okay. I think that Marvel Rivals deserves to win this category for the following reasons. Reason number 1, it captured all of us. It is a game that not only did we all play, at one point in time, we all enjoyed. I think that it was something that while we would get home, it had happened in a long time where, we'd get home from work and we'd be like messaging in our group chat being like, Rivals tonight? Can we play some Rivals? Even Jerry had the Rivals itch. And that is saying something.
Objection.
Sustained.
Leading. This is leading.
I mean, overruled.
Overruled, exactly.
We also
Guys,
played with Jerry's like friend. I forget his name, like Skeeter or something. We played with him.
Jerry created,
Skeeter?
for the record,
Oh, Miles.
I want it
that's the guy.
on the record. Jerry created a Discord server to let
and then abandoned
it, but he created a Discord server so that we could bring in people, so that there would be enough people at one time
too many people, and then I got out.
Yeah, but the point being is so that Jerry would always.
I create it.
I thought Jerry did. Maybe you did.
I thought I created it.
Jerry invited more people than either of us, so I thought it was his. Because Jerry invited everybody he knew.
I invited one person.
Yeah, you invite
Miles.
Skeeter, you invited, and then
Skeeter
Shout
and
out to
Miles.
You know what? Miles was really good.
He was.
He carried our team a few
He
times.
did.
very good.
I don't remember who it was that
I'm just
invited
saying-
me. It must have been one of you guys that invited me.
Jerry did.
And then I invited like fucking 8 more people, and then you guys stopped playing.
Basically had like a family reunion in the fucking Discord server.
Yeah. So, but point being is that it was something that we were all just like incredibly rabid over for a period of time.
Still am.
And to
It was good.
yeah, Jerry, you asked us to
Rabid.
play, which is shocking.
It was fun.
You could still.
Yeah,
Moon Knight is
exactly.
even better, and there's a lot more characters.
I don't even
And-
remember who I was good with.
Moon Knight.
And what I'll say was that was just for the, our experience of like, taking it out of the game. The game itself is really fun. It's fun. There's a bunch of different, like all the different heroes do feel like they play differently enough. I ended up not knowing how much I was going to love Invisible Woman.
Oh, yeah.
Invis is amazing. I love her.
Best healer.
Best healer. Her too. Okay, as a side
Debatable.
note, similar to Greg, wanting to jump back in just for a bit so he could get Lady Loki. I want to jump back in for a minute just to get Invis's like disco. She's in the new season. She has like this cool like disco outfit, and I really want that.
Hit me
so that
up. I play all the
I
time.
might have to. And I personally ended up having to buy a new PC so that I could play Marvel Rivals and have it downloaded at the same time I could have Final Fantasy 14 downloaded.
What did you do with your other PC?
I gave it to my friend. I gave it to my cousin Jack.
Was he able to fix it?
Easily.
Yeah, I figured it was probably
We knew.
a non-issue.
I know.
So, for those who don't know the legendary saga of Beth's PC, Beth had a minor inconvenience on her PC, and then she said, "This thing's broken," and went and bought a whole new PC, which was quite a bit better than the one I had. And I was very, very envious.
Her old PC was just
Yes.
like, please renew your McAfee subscription. And she was like, no. Threw it away.
Greg and I were like, both being like, I bet I think.
Yeah, and I couldn't.
And
It
she
wouldn't
she couldn't
turn
be
on,
bothered.
and
You
I
know
didn't
what?
know why.
I take the blame for this because I could have very easily like taken an Uber to Beth, fixed her computer, and said have a good night. But I
True, because
didn't
When-
do that.
You
the
took
thing is,
your
I
fedora
wanted-
to her.
You've done this.
to be when you guys were like, "Oh, we can," it's easily fixable. I wrote in the chat, "I will not be doing this. I'm just going to get a new one. But if one of you want to do it, you can." And then neither of you, well, Jerry would have to fly here, but like neither
Yeah,
of
well,
you stepped
okay,
up to
hang
the
on.
plate. None of you
Karen's
said
like, where are you
anything.
going? I'm like, I'm grabbing a red eye to
No
Toronto. I
one-
gotta
No
That's
one did,
confusing.
and I couldn't get it to turn on, so I just bought a new one. And then I gave my old one to Jack, and then a day and a half later, he had a functioning, working, perfectly fine PC.
It all worked out for Jack. Everything's coming up Jack.
It did. It worked out for
Yeah.
Jack, and it also was a strong indicator that I was like, I cannot deal with this. I need to be playing Marvel Rivals right now.
Paint me like one of your French girls, Jack.
Hell,
Jack,
And I
Yeah.
let it rest.
and like Jack, Jack isn't the step PC owner. He's the PC owner who stepped up.
You know what,
Yes.
Greg? That was so eloquently spoken. I want you to state your case about Monster Hunter Wilds. Go.
Yeah, try it.
Monster Hunter Wilds? Did you say Wilds?
I
Yeah.
almost did. I almost
were
said Monster
moving past
Hunter
it.
Rivals, and I was like,
Getting
fuck,
riled
dude.
up.
I just,
Monster Hunter
I'm so
what?
fucking sleep
Yeah.
deprived. Jesus
Now-
Christ.
Now that's a game I'd play. Monster Hunter Rivals? I don't know what it would be, but I'd play it. But,
Hero shooter
Monster Hunter
starring
Wilds.
monsters from Monster Hunter? That'd be cool.
Ooh. Anyway, Monster Hunter Wilds. I mean, what can I say about Monster Hunter Wilds that isn't already applicable to other Monster Hunter games?
True.
Like, the difference with this one is like you will have like this is a late game edition.
That's all right.
I don't want to say something that I'm just gonna be repeating things that are true of like other Monster Hunter games, but
That's fine. Explain.
I will
what makes
say-
it good.
Like, one of my favorite things about playing Monster Hunter with friends, playing with friends over playing with randos or playing solo is that, like,
Oh, it's incredible.
yeah, you feel like a fucking team, like a well-oiled fucking machine, like you have one friend who is just goofing around, they've just learned the fucking heavy bow gun or whatever it's called, and you've got one friend that's over here healing up they boys, topping them off with a hunting horn. Then you got your guy up front who's doing like the big boy damage with the gun lance or something. And then you get your best group of buds together, and you're like, let's go fucking speed run the what's the big purple thing from Rise again? The Mahalago
Magnum Hollow.
Magnum Hollow. Yeah, you're like, let's just go fucking speed run the Magnum Hollow, and then 2 minutes later it's dead. It's a good fucking monster. Holy shit, it's a good multiplayer game for sure. Monster Hunter.
Now, I'll say this. Did they fix the multiplayer in Wilds? Because Rise had good multiplayer
Rise was
and
awesome.
World had garbage multiplayer.
Okay, so hold on. Edit point. I'm going to really quick. So there was a modder. Like, devs should just hire modders, because there's a modder who found out one of the big issues with Monster Hunter Wilds. So he was testing it on like a low grade PC, like 3070 Ti and an i7. I forget which one.
Oh, great.
But he was testing it on that. I mean, you say, oh, great, I'm running on a 3060. Pray for me. But he discovered that in the background of Monster Hunter Wilds, it's constantly checking if the DLC is unlocked.
Oh, what the fuck?
What?
It's some kind of like back
What
end
the
thing that I guess
fuck?
like no one ever caught. And so like he did a thing where he made a mod that basically like it doesn't unlock the DLC, but it makes the game think that the DLC is unlocked,
So it
and
stops checking.
so it stops checking. And he like no shit, in the hub world, he was at like 25 to 30 FPS. He got it up to like 55 to 60 just with that mod.
Holy shit.
Crazy.
On his 30
But-
on his 3070. Anyway, edit point over.
Did they fix the Monster Hunter
That's this month,
multi?
February. It's by end of Feb. They've been releasing PC performance
Can you
patches.
drop in and drop out?
What's that?
Can you drop
Can you
in
drop
and
in,
drop
drop out like you could in Rise?
Rise.
Rise had the best multiplayer. It was so easy.
Rise is
It
my
should
favorite.
it should be very much that, but I mean, I haven't had like too many friends playing to test it, so I couldn't say for sure. But
I'll get it when it goes on sale. Like when it's in a little bit of a deeper discount, I'll get it. Don't you
Here's-
worry, I'll get it.
here-
I'm always a late adopter to these games anyway.
Here's one of my favorite things about Wilds that I forgot to fucking mention. You're like, so in Rise, you know you can ride your dog to go chase after monsters or get to this area a lot faster. In Wilds, when you're riding your mount to go to places, you can just set it to autopilot, so you can just fucking sharpen your blade or slam like a 6-pack of potions or fucking just, I don't know, throw shit in that direction. You can just set your mount to autopilot and just go to there, like wherever the fuck you want it to go, and then sit back and enjoy the ride. Fucking look at TikTok on your phone or something. It's cool.
and you can pick up resources as you're riding.
Mhm.
You don't have to dismount. Anyway, it's just a ton of fun to beat monsters' asses. Aaron, you made all of my points for me for yourself.
I feel like I'm gonna end up making all the points for each of these games because I really like each and every one of these. Like Peak, Jerry, you don't need to say a goddamn word because like we've lived that shit. We were talking. We have that one video, like the very first video that we made with Peak, and it was just like we went the wrong way. We climbed a mountain. We were like, dude, we're making such good time. We're annihilating this mountain, and then we turn around.
Here's the reason why I picked Peak is because I don't know if I've laughed as hard at a game ever than when I've played Peak.
So
Like
good.
I have had to stop what I'm doing and just full cry laugh. Like just can't control myself laughing. And luckily for us, we caught one of those moments on camera
It was-
There's something
We-
truly hilarious about proximity audio.
Oh my god! Just hearing, being like, Aaron, how you doing over there? And you're just like, oh, I feel like, oh fuck!
And there's
And then you're just like, is Aaron okay? And then you don't hear anything, and then it's just like a ghost will pop up, and he's just like, yeah, I fucking died.
and something about playing that game with friends makes you scream as if you are going to die.
Yep.
Yeah, it's weird, right? Like you actually like get so into it, and I mean, Greg, you're pretty good at Peak, but like you had a couple of blunders a few times that were like pretty funny. It was just like even just like fiddling with the controls and being like, okay, I gotta take my backpack off, I gotta do this, and then like take the hook shot that we just found that is like super like it's gonna help us get up this one ridge, and then all of a sudden I'm like throwing the hook shot off the mountain by accident.
Or you fucking
just
drop
hear
your
Greg go,
backpack and it rolls off a
was that
fucking
the
cliff.
fucking hook shot? And I was like, no.
There was something that happened. I was playing with some other friends, and there was I was gonna like ignite a flare and then put it in my bag, so like I had a flare trail on me, and then something happened when I put the flare in the bag, and then I set it down, and something happened with the geometry of the world because I set it down, and then my bag rocketed off the side of the mountain with a smoke trail behind it, and it was so goddamn funny. And all my stuff, and it flew away like a rocket.
So that's, I mean, that is why I picked Peak, is because as far as a multiplayer game goes, like, yeah, I had fun playing Rivals, but like I had a disgusting amount of fun
Yep.
with Peak. And I really wish that Beth hopped on with us because it would have been so
I
goddamn
did hop
fun.
on with you guys. I didn't have fun. I didn't like Peak.
I know, but I wish you would continue hopping on, and I wish you would learn to love the
I
game.
wish you just would like it. Oh my god.
I wish you just get off your high horse.
Jesus. Why don't you just fucking like it? I don't know. I think I don't know, maybe I feel like, no offense, because this is gonna be about you guys.
Go for
What?
it. Just go. Pull the trigger.
Oh, she doesn't like playing games with us. Here we go. This is where
I
it all
think
comes
for
out.
Peak,
Yeah.
I think
Look at Greg.
Greg is too serious, and Jerry, you're so far in the opposite direction. So I like directional chaos, and I feel like Greg is just direction and Jerry's just chaos, and so I just I find it a
I'm
little
at the top of that
too.
mountain
I just want
with the stupidest man on earth, Jake. I'm talking to you, buddy. You dumb fuck. Jesus
So
Christ.
that's all. I
He
just
couldn't commute
didn't.
his way out of a fucking paper bag.
That's all. I just didn't have. I didn't think there was enough there. Like, I think it is like it is like a who you're playing with type of game.
Yeah.
Because more than anything, and I just don't, for Peak specifically, I just don't think that I align
Well,
in what I enjoyment.
Good news for me. This is Aaron's category, and Aaron
Yes.
did play Peak, and Aaron really liked Peak.
Right, and that's like, that's none of what I personally said should factor into.
Like, were you
No, it
were you
won't.
done with
Don't worry,
Monster
Beth.
Hunter Wilds?
What's
Do
that?
you have any other points? Do you have any other points to make for Wilds?
No, I think Aaron made all my points for me.
I really did. This is the hardest.
I would love if someone would make all my points for me at some point. That would be terrific.
I tried to, but you started
Haven't had-
talking over me. Like I was going, and then you started going. But shit.
No one's gonna let Jerry not talk.
This is the hardest decision I've ever had to make in my entire life, and I want to die.
So dry. It's okay.
No, I'm
it's
just-
not that
No,
serious.
we can stop. Buddy.
No,
Like,
I'm just
This
kidding.
this isn't real life.
I'm just being regular stupid Aaron. Don't worry.
You got to cut something right now. What's it gonna be?
I think
gut feeling. What's getting cut, man?
okay.
Cut it.
Okay, I think I'm cutting Monster Hunter Wilds, unfortunately, because I wasn't as hooked on Wilds as I was with Rise. This pains me. This pains me so fucking much. It's hurting my heart and my soul. I'm cutting Peak.
Uh-huh.
Marvel Rivals
What?
wins.
Yay!
Because, and I'll tell you why. So I play Marvel Rivals like fucking almost on a daily basis, almost on a nightly basis with my bro-in-law and a bunch of our friends, and fucking nothing beats like a well stacked, well put together team of 6 boys or girls or whatever on a team in Marvel Rivals. Man, it's nothing beats that feeling. Just like you're right in front of the enemy spawn. They've got like 10 seconds left to do fucking something, anything. Timer runs out. You're still in front of their spawn because you're just too good. And then it's just like easy.
Conversely, nothing hurts like the opposite of that.
Exactly.
But also, did my argument sway you at all, or were you prepared? This is before, because I do think if Jerry's argument was stronger than mine, then you should go with Peak.
No, here's my thought process. Like Peak is fun, but the one thing that keeps me coming back to Rivals as opposed to Peak, like Peak is just the same thing every single time. You're just little kids climbing a mountain, and like that's just kind of it.
Peak is procedurally generated.
That, and it's funny as shit.
It's literally the definition of not the same every time.
Well, you know what I mean, but like
The experience that you're having, like the gameplay of it, or the the expected outcome or whatever.
which I mean, I guess is the same with Rivals, but like,
That's Rivals is the
but
same
hold
way.
on,
You just go and you shoot people.
but like with Rivals,
Jerry, this is Aaron's turn.
yeah, I love picking new characters and trying different characters out all the time, and I love it when like I play with my brother-in-law more than anybody in that game, and he'll try out new characters, and we'll try to find characters that work really well together, and then The fucking zombies mode was really cool. I don't know. Marvel Rivals just wins, man. I like that
Yeah, Aaron supports the CCP.
Oh my god.
game. The Mad Catz Award.
Okay.
Do either of you? They know what it means, right?
The CCP.
I'm
Aaron,
joking.
you know.
I'm joking.
I don't know what that is.
Chinese Communist Party.
Yeah, that is like
Oh,
it's
shit.
fun because
Those knuckleheads.
well, it's funded.
Okay.
Like it's a Chinese studio, and they get a lot of
Oh,
a lot of Chinese studios
yeah.
get money from China, like
Oops.
itself. So,
I'm
Yeah.
joking.
Greg's just making a dig.
Moving on. I'm gonna give this over to Greg. Greg, I'm so glad that you brought this back again, buddy.
I'll never not bring it back. Jerry, hit the theme.
Oh yeah, right. Oh, fuck. I wasn't. Why did
Or
I
you
said
don't
hit the
have
theme.
to. I'll put it in post.
It has to happen live. Jerry, hit the theme.
Oh, it's not there anymore.
Jerry, what the
Oh,
fuck?
Jerry.
no.
Jerry, what the fuck? How could you have lost that
Sing it in your
Gold.
head, Greg. Sing it in your head real quick.
in my head?
No, you.
Yeah.
No, you. Sing it in your head so nobody can hear it.
Well, it doesn't
Greg.
matter. It's for him. It's not-
Watch.
I was gonna say you need to say it out loud so Jerry can make a song about it again if he's truly lost it.
I think it's in the Google
No,
Drive.
it's on a drive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
in the.
So we just need to
drive.
upload it,
It's
but-
just not. I don't know why it's not in the. I don't know why it's
Shocking.
not in the thing. I don't know.
Gregory, please continue.
My disappointment is immeasurable and my day is ruined.
What is
Well then, guess I'm not getting my pick here.
All right, well, Jerry, we'll go down the list. Start with you. Tell me why Princess Peach on a motorcycle is a waifu.
It's just because.
Just cuz. Interesting.
Interesting.
Sounds like a
Crazy
man
dark.
who's not aiming to win.
I look. Princess Peach has never looked better than in Mario Kart World. And she has even just the very little that you actually hear Princess Peach interact with other players or like anything in any Mario game world. I don't know. There's something about her personality that they like, because they made more of the characters like have like more. I don't know how they did it. They made them have like a little bit more personality in Mario Kart World, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I just when you get Princess Peach on that motorcycle with that motorcycle,
It's
suit,
not at all about personality, is it?
I think it's about the suit being tight.
It's at least a little bit about the personality. But it's a lot to do with the motorcycle stuff and the fact that she's riding a motorcycle and she does all these little flippy dips.
That's cool.
She does lots of flippy
That's
dips.
cool.
She has good hair. She's got good hair.
Let me look her up.
She has beautiful
I was going-
eyes, and her hair smells like
I
cinnamon.
was going off of like, well, I know what Princess Peach looks like, but let me look her up.
You got to look up specifically that
He's-
Princess Peach on a
Yes.
motorcycle. Yeah.
She does look great.
I'm telling you.
Huh. Okay. Let's move on.
Damn, he's just unimpressed.
You know, I'll go ahead and I'll just cut mine out already.
Oh, not so fast, because Beth, you got a lot of work to do.
I'm not here
Get her.
to.
Get her.
It's okay. It's okay. I can say why I love Corbeau, and that
Is this
doesn't
an
have
animal?
to be. No.
It's from Pokemon.
Okay. Because it's from Pokemon. Like as soon as you
It's a-
noted this, I
it's
was like,
it's a person in Pokemon.
Yeah, it's a person in Pokemon. There are people in Pokemon, Jerry. I think you know this.
the name is really sounds like a plant.
I don't know what the COR is going to be, like what that is, but beau is like the French word for beauty.
Beaujolais.
No, it's like it's beauty. It's beautiful. Like
Maybe
that's-
the COR is like a shortened version of like Corvid, so he's beautiful crow.
That'd be cool.
Now I love him even more.
Cole,
No,
blimey.
So the things that I like about Corbo are for sure definitely his style. Great style. Love his hair. Love that it's like the poison, like the little poison drips. It really reminds me of like Pheasantipity. Their design from the DLC from Scarlet and Violet. Great detail. I always love when the clothes is like a little bit inspired by a Pokemon. And poison is my favorite typing, and this is probably the first time in a really long time that a poison user has had a good design and an actual role in the story, because they're usually just kind of the bad guy. And Corbo is definitely a part of a syndicate, and is but what I like about his character is that he is sort of like a rough character on the outside. On the outside, you learn like he was an orphan growing up on the streets. He was taken in and given a lot of kind of coaching and stuff by Lysander, which was the villain of X and Y originally. So I like that they had like some lore to it and everything, and then he he created like a syndicate, and it definitely is implied that they do terrible things, but he also very much cares about the well-being of the people of Lumios. Like, that's his city, he cares about it, so he does get involved in like wellness initiatives and projects and stuff like that for the city, which I think is like shows dimension to his character. If you play the DLC, he has like a little bit more of a role in it as well, so like you get more conversations with him. And I'd say overall something that I liked about DA is like you did get a lot more kind of with the characters being kind of not great people all the time, with like the side characters, and he's definitely a really big example of that. Yeah, I really like him. I'm not, if you don't have to.
Greg, you asked her to put the work in, and god damn it, she did.
I just think he's got a really good backstory. It really builds up to a good kind of like characterization for him in that city and how it makes sense for a character and the character of Lumios. And then I think he's great, looks great. And then personally, I like that he's a poison type user because that's my favorite type. So that's why all of those things go into creating why I love Corbo.
Very good. Aaron, why should I select Selene?
Greg, I want you to Google Selene Hades 2. Well, you've played the game, you know. She's the personification of the moon. Yeah, so she's, I don't know, she's just beautiful as shit, man. Look at that picture. She's got like a big old headdress on, and she's got moons everywhere. She's riding that fucking white horse that also has jewels and moons everywhere. She's got that cape on her back that looks like mist. I don't know if that's what it's supposed to look like, but it looks really cool. It looks like mist. And yeah, Selene's cool. Like she helps you out a lot. Her fucking hexes are really, really helpful, I think. Like the one where it just shoots down a fucking moonbeam to annihilate your enemies. That's cool. That's Selene.
Okay. I'm glad you all found waifus who meant something to you and were good. You cut that one, Jerry. I am not like there are people online who are like, "Oh, Daisy, I want to eat her socks."
What?
Ew.
Yeah. If you ever
Daisy's
Oh,
bitch, dude.
if you ever go
Daisy's
to like the channel for like saved you a click gaming, like that just summarizes headlines of what the article's about for like gaming news. That account used to be 50% that and 50% this guy who loved Daisy, and the eating Daisy's socks thing was like from his bio.
that is crazy.
Anyway, yeah, I'm not that guy.
I mean,
And we're all thankful for that.
Corbo, I liked how passionate you got about him and the how you felt about his style. Unfortunately, I feel the exact opposite about everything to do with his style. So he's getting cut.
Yeah.
Selene is not my favorite at all. I found her.
But I win, right?
Nope, cut her.
What? Bullshit.
The winner is going to be what? Is the winner Nemesis?
The winner of Waifu Watch is my own pick, Nemesis. Katie.
Let him have it. I like where
Just
this
say
is
you can
going.
do whatever you wanted for your own category. Greg.
Yeah.
If you had to go off of our
It would be Selene if I had to go off of those.
Fuck, so
of what
close, but
we
so
said.
far.
off of our arguments.
Oh, off of the arguments? No,
That's what I'm saying.
I'm going off of just my preference.
I know, but I'm saying that if you were going off of the arguments,
I don't
Here's
think your
what
argument.
I will say.
Oh, okay.
Here's what I will say. I like that all of your waifus were very important and very personal to you and meant something to each of you all. That's the definition of what makes a waifu. It's a very personal decision.
Whatever. That's a non-answer.
I don't think the explanations
Right,
or
yeah,
like anything like that really would have made a difference because he feels the exact opposite about Corbo as you. So no matter how much
Right.
you explain it, it wouldn't have made a dent in Greg's unwavering
Can I-
resolve.
I appreciate your passion and understand it. If I was given an award for passion about a character, you would win. Because
Right, but see,
everyone else is like, well,
Passion with Corbo.
because everyone else is like, well, I guess Princess Peach or
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
yeah, or like Selena, you see her, but so you win on the grounds of passion. Okay.
Because the
You're
thing is
unmatched.
that you're supposed to be okay. I think the integrity of this. I do think I like that you put Nemesis. I think, as was stated, we can do whatever we want with our own categories.
Great
I
news.
think the intent though of this is that we should be going off of the person who gives the best argument.
No, we're going off of who I think wins.
No, I know. But I'm saying as a whole. I'm not talking about this specifically. Brought in you're focusing in on waifu. I'm saying,
It's the waifu watch.
oh my god, you're
Beth.
not listening to me.
Oh no!
It's the waifu watch.
You're not hearing me.
We're trying to say it's not who's the best character. I'd say
This is what I'm not
Please,
talking. I'm
continue.
talking about everything as a whole.
Maybe we should go to the next one.
Yep.
Roll them up.
Because pretty soon,
Listen,
Grahati is getting dragged
by
into
their
this. You
nature,
know
a waifu
that.
is skin deep.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about waifus.
Scroll, Jerry. Scroll.
What
Scroll.
award are you trying to win? What
None
award?
award. None award.
I told you you won based on passion.
I'm not talking about awards. I'm not talking about.
You
a
want me to
specific
say that
award.
Corbo is a good character?
I'm not doing that, Greg. I'm not even talking about that anymore.
What are we talking about?
No
What's
more. No
happening?
more. No more.
All right,
Just go.
stop. All right, everyone stop. Beth, say it again. I'll give you the floor.
Hidden gems is my category.
I was going to give you the floor.
Exactly.
Right.
This is my floor.
I was going to give you the
This
floor,
is my floor.
to get across what you were saying. I want to understand what you were saying.
And I think me explaining this might help you.
All right.
Okay? Everybody listen up. Hidden gems is my category.
Holy shit!
I will be choosing which one wins based off the merit of your arguments, nothing else.
I can't do
As
this.
what I thought that the categories were coming into it. I thought that we were judging all of the things based off the merit of the argument, nothing to do with personal opinions. So
Okay.
that's what I had, and I'm saying that I understood very early on when this started that we weren't going off of that. But I was making my point when we were talking. I said, "Great that you
You're
picked
hitting the
Nemesis. I
table.
love what you did with it because I think that's great. I just had a different understanding of how you
All right.
were judging things."
I will say your arguments had the most merit, for sure.
And so I was saying that I'm not okay. I'm not saying I'm upset with the waifu thing or any way that things went. I just was saying that I was confused about what we were basing these things on because I thought it was merit based of the argument. Do you understand?
Yeah, for sure. That's a consideration.
I felt like I was like, I'm not talking about.
So hidden gems, right?
Yeah. Oh my god.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Waifu Watch, thank you, Beth. I feel like Greg just keeps bringing this character back in just to watch Beth like unravel.
I just felt like I was like, it was one of those things. I was like, what am I saying that is not? I'm like, I'm not talking about the waifu. What is it I'm saying that is not me?
God.
Beth, please
Okay.
give me a goose
Okay,
fraba,
okay.
goose fraba, goose fraba.
We'll just go
You got it.
in order. I'd love to hear about the Ultimate Sheep Raccoon game, Aaron, and what makes it a hidden gem.
Well, list off the the nominees.
Great. Good idea. My brain is fried.
We haven't done that one time.
I did it.
I did it
We
too.
listed nominees. Oh, I definitely.
So did Aaron.
I definitely didn't
Yeah.
do that. So all right, continue. List the nominees.
So okay. The three that you guys have chosen to speak on was Aaron decided on Ultimate Sheep Raccoon.
Mhm.
Jerry did Routine, and Greg is going to talk about Star Wars Outlaws. And I said that we should just do it in order for ease. So Aaron, tell me about Ultimate Sheep Raccoon,
Okay.
and then what specifically makes it a hidden gem.
Okay. So, where do I begin? Have any of you ever played Ultimate Chicken Horse before?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
Okay, well, Ultimate Chicken Horse is like it's a multiplayer like precision platformer, I guess, where you and your friends, you're all trying to get from the start to the goal. And then after each round, you'll pick some like little contraption or death trap or like a block to keep your friends from getting to the goal, because you want to be the one to get to the goal, because every time you get to the goal, you get a point, whatever. So yeah, it's basically just like you're blocking the path for your friends to get there. But Ultimate Sheep Raccoon just came out, I think, late November or in December, and I feel like it totally flew under the radar because it came out late as shit. Ultimate Sheep Raccoon completely changes the fucking formula, because number one, you're on bikes. It's not about precision platformers anymore. You're on bikes and it's a race. So you have to get from start to finish, and you'll go in places of, first, second, third, fourth, with first place getting the most points, second less than that, so on and so forth. And it's not so much about keeping your friends or whoever you're playing with. You're not trying to keep them from getting to the goal. You're trying to make it so that each of you can get to the goal just as easily as possible. Just speed run that shit. You can place like rails you can grind on to get to the end. You can place like fucking boost pads so you can speed through this area and get to over there. You're making it as easy as possible so you can all get there and get as many points as possible, and then whoever has the most wins. It's you're essentially working together with your buddies to speed run every single stage you can come across, and just having fun along the way, because you can do cool tricks while you're fucking grinding on rails and then blasting along on like a dockyard. There's like a forklift that's going up and down. You can jump off of that, hit a wall, bink off of it, fall down and die. It's awesome. It's hilarious. And yeah, it's the ultimate bro game for when you go over to your fucking brother-in-law's house at like 2 p.m. and you're like, hey, let's just play this for 2 hours straight and just fucking not do anything else. And then 4 hours later, boom, Ultimate Chicken Horse or Ultimate Sheep Raccoon.
Okay, perfect. Then, Jerry, I want you to start off by saying and talking about Routine and what makes it a hidden gem.
I thought you were going to say, I want you to start off and say something nice about Aaron.
I would like that.
No.
Go ahead.
You know what? Now you have to.
Aaron's a great guy.
Yay!
So personalized.
So okay. The reason I picked Routine is because it's a Game Pass game. I feel like a lot of shit gets added to Game Pass, and
Ultimate Sheep Raccoon
I've talked to a lot of people that have Game Pass that do the thing that I was doing, where you're just like, ooh, that game, and then you add it, and then you never play it. So I feel like a lot of times when a game like Routine, which I'll be honest with you, I forgot that this game existed. I remember seeing this game years ago. I mean, like, I think this got announced in like 2017 or something. Like, it got announced a long ass time ago. And when I seen it, I was like, holy shit, this looks crazy. And then I forgot about it. And I feel like a lot of people did. And I don't feel like I've seen a lot of people talking about it. I don't know about you guys, but like I haven't really seen a lot of people talking about this game. When I realized what game this was, like when I was like, routine, why does that sound so familiar? And I was like, oh my God, yes, perfect. This is the game I've had on my radar for a very long time. But it's one thing for a game to be on your radar for a really long time, Metroid, and actually pull through
Mm.
and give you something that's like, oh, this actually blows my expectations out of the water for what this could have been. As an example, and I mean, Aaron, I'm not going to try to get you to gas my shit up, but I was just playing this before the pod, and Aaron was watching me play it. And this game has an aesthetic. I think I talked about it at some point. I don't know if it was on the last podcast or when, but it has like that late 70s, early 80s future sci-fi look that's in like Alien.
Mhm.
It has that exact aesthetic. All the terminals that you go up to are like super like CRT with just like letters and like it's like DOS kind of thing, right? But for a game that is an indie game like this is, it is shocking how insane the sound design is.
Oh yeah.
Like it goes way harder than it needs to. I'm talking like this game for me personally, this might be a hot take, but like this is on par with the first Dead Space for me. Because it is constantly making you be like, is that what the fuck is that noise? Is that like just the space station like moaning and groaning, or like is that something? I don't know what that is. Even Aaron, as he was watching me play, he was like, dude, what the fuck is that noise? And I was like, I don't know, but it's freaking me out,
Yep.
dude. Like, I don't know what that is. And like you have like a gun, I guess, but it's part defense mechanism, but it's also like it ties into puzzle solving. And even the gun itself is a kind of a puzzle. You can press a button and you look at the gun and there's all these buttons and like all these slots that open up and you're just like, what the fuck is all this for? Like if you ever have to like change out modules and shit to your gun in the middle of like some hectic shit, it doesn't pause. It's like you're looking at your gun trying to figure out like, how do I change this setting? But yeah, it's just it's a fantastic horror game. And it's not just a walking simulator. The aesthetics are like so good. Sound design is unbelievable. And I feel like this is such a good horror game that I literally have not really heard anybody talking about. I mean, I've seen a couple of things, but like this should be way on people's radars right now. It's so good.
Okay.
Like it absolutely should be on people's radars, but it's not. So
All right.
get out there and play it.
Okay.
It's on game.
So then, Greg, you go.
You go.
You go.
You go.
Well, why don't you just fuck off then?
How can she slap me, sir? How can she slap?
How could she slap me, sir? How could she slap? Okay, anyway.
You go. How can you slap? How can you slap? Mad or what, bloody? How can she slap? How can she slap me? How can you?
So Star Wars Outlaws came out early in the year and was buried almost before it came out because of the lowest common denominator of gamer. Basically, the main character wasn't, they would say, conventionally
Hot.
attractive enough or whatever, or hot enough, which is
She was already a woman, and then she wasn't even a hot enough woman.
It was already a woman. It was a woman of color. It was.
Oh God.
It was and she didn't have big old bazooms and
no tits, no ass, no good for me.
no dump truck, or I guess in Star Wars, no cargo freighter.
Cargo freighter.
Stop.
No noticeable makeup.
No makeup, no nothing. I bet if I went to Star Wars Outlaws Nexus mods, I would find mods that like turn her into just a fucking ghoul.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she'd have like the big fake like
space
nail extensions.
She'd be space Snooki.
She'd have like
Jerry. They're not gonna give her nails. They're gonna give her tits.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, like but plus.
Anyway,
space Snooki, man, come on.
So a bunch. This game got, and like besides all that, it's also a Ubisoft game, and that was something that probably made normal people not look into it. What I will say is like I haven't finished it, but I've been playing it quite a bit the last couple of days. If you are an enjoyer of stealth games, it is one of the most competent stealth games I've ever played.
Okay.
So far, there are multiple ways. The game is so dynamic. Like stuff is happening all the time. Like I go on this mission, I find information, and in the game there's you're playing like an outlaw, quote unquote, and there's 3 criminal organizations that you can work with, and you have reputation with all of them. And when one goes up, one will go down, or vice versa, whatever the case may be. But so as you do things, like for an example, like I was doing a mission, I found some intel on this mission, and it was like I had the option, like like after the mission, to turn over the intel I found to one organization or withhold it so I could go somewhere else and give it to the other organization, and that would affect my reputation. And then different reputations give you different rewards, and they kind of all have their perks and play styles and things like that. Anyway, it's so dynamic, and there's so much choice in the game and different ways things can go out, because there's not just one way to complete any mission. There's always like different approaches and things like that. So
that's cool.
It's so cool. And like most of the missions I've played so far are usually centered around either infiltrate a place and steal something and then get out without being seen, or get into a place, sabotage something, etc. And so when you do this, you go to the area, you get your binoculars, and you literally scope out the location, and you can find routes, and you basically make a game plan. And then the gameplay loop is just actioning your game plan to the best of your ability. And it's fantastic. And if you fuck up, it's a bit hard.
Sounds like a Hitman.
It's very much like a Hitman situation.
Yeah. I was actually even thinking of like the
I was thinking Dishonored, kind of.
Oh my god. I was thinking Tom Clancy, like what's the
Wildlands?
Wildlands.
Yeah, there's some Wildlands in there for sure.
Yeah.
There's some DNA there for sure. But it's so well done in the Star Wars universe. And it's the best kind of Star Wars because it involves the world, like the setting of Star Wars, and it's not focused around like the Jedi, which has become like my least interesting branch of Star Wars. And I prefer Star Wars that's like about the world, and it's so interesting and so well done, and everything makes sense, and you're picking up allies and just picking up more and more intense jobs, and it's just you see this growth, and it's so dynamic. And to add to all of that, you've got this like axolotl cat lizard who's your pal. His name's Nyx, or its name is Nyx. I don't know its gender, and you can dress it up.
What?
Yeah, you can dress it up. You get outfits for yourself, but you also get
objection, Your Honor, pandering.
You also get outfits for the axolotl. I can get him like a little bag to wear.
That's so cute.
Or like a little sash or something.
Stop it. Stop it.
Make your choice.
I see what you're doing.
Come on, Beth.
Actually,
what's getting cut first?
Before I make any decisions, does anyone want to undercut anybody else by saying that how their game is more special or more of a gem than the other two?
I will.
Ultimate Sheep Raccoon has multiple different animals you can choose from. There's a sheep, there's a raccoon,
you gotta undercut
you can be
other
a horse.
people.
How does that make your
Yeah,
game any more?
You
of a
got to
hidden gem?
undercut the other.
I'm trying to talk about all the cute shit because Beth loves cute shit. You can
do.
put little knee pads
Can
on
you
them.
dress-
You can unlock
knee
cool
pads.
helmets for them.
Beth, routine is like Alien.
How does that undercut everybody
You
else?
want to hear?
gotta
When you hear an undercut, I'll give you an example. Undercut.
Yeah. Listen
this-
to Greg undercut, and then you
There's
guys.
no bikes in Star Wars Outlaws. There's no bikes in
Yeah,
routine.
there is.
Checkmate,
I'm riding a-
bitches. No,
I hate
no.
bikes.
I do
Oh,
ride a bike. You
shit.
can ride a bike in Outlaws. You get one. This is the first thing you get. I've heard of routine,
Oh boy.
and the fact
Okay.
that I've heard of it,
Want a war? Here we go. Here's
I
the
don't think
war.
it's that hidden.
Right, but everyone's heard of Star Wars Outlaws.
Yeah, for
but
sure.
you're talking
But
about what
the
makes
crux
it
of Jerry's
special.
argument, is
Yeah.
that
Okay.
nobody's talking about it. Somebody's
Okay.
talking about it if I heard about it,
Okay. Yeah, you're undercutting his argument. Okay. Yeah.
and that's how you undercut.
Okay.
Greg's game is a AAA game.
Maybe by
Right, but
Ubisoft.
his argument isn't that it's not being talked about. His argument is that it was.
It didn't get a fair shake.
So you got to talk about how come yours is better than his.
But Jerry's is more hidden though.
I feel like mine. I feel like routine is just one of those games that gets thrown on Game Pass and then just gets buried.
I'm just saying. I've heard of.
Like that's my argument.
I don't seek it.
Is
I
that-
don't seek out horror games, but I've heard of it.
I don't know. I haven't really heard a lot about it.
Yeah, like I didn't know
here's-
about routine until Jerry said he was playing it in the last recording.
Yeah, and I think here's where I'm at. Here's what I'm at. I think ultimately, I like. If I had to pick, I'm sorry, Aaron. Yours got to go for two reasons. Two reasons. You didn't do a good enough job of explaining what makes your game a hidden gem. You sort of just talked about the gameplay, and why that's a good game, and that's totally fair. But you didn't kind of talk about what it kind of you missed the category of it.
What do you
And
mean?
then
I
when
said
you-
it came out like toward the end of the year, and I explained why it's good, and more people probably
Right.
haven't played it because
Right, but
it
you
came out at
didn't
the end of the
kinda- but
year.
You spend more
So did
time
routine.
talking about I'm just saying you spend a lot more time just talking about the gameplay, like from moment to moment.
What else am I
than-
supposed to say though? Like, oh, here's what? I'm confused.
Yeah, I don't. And then when I think it's a good thing. I think it's a good quality to have. When then given the chance to undercut the other two games, you just kind of said more things that were in your game. And I think that sort of fundamentally, and I think that's as great. Like I said, your instinct isn't to say mean things about other things, which is a beautiful quality.
Aaron has
and
a
I
pure
really
heart.
appreciate
He's
that.
not a scumbag like me.
He's exactly, and that's a
I'm-
good thing, Aaron.
So,
I just think that
How could I have explained how it's a hidden gem? That part I'm still stuck on. I don't. What was I supposed to say?
here, for example, I think Jerry did an excellent job when he said that something about routine that makes it a hidden gem is the fact that a lot of shit comes to Game Pass and then disappears, whereas this is something that, while it can get buried in this thing, he still found it, played it, and therefore in the context of Game Pass, it's a hidden gem. It's my favorite argument out of why it is a hidden gem. On the other hand, you got to get rid of Ultimate Sheep Raccoon. On the other hand, once again, when I said undercut, if you wanted to undercut, I just don't think Jerry then followed through with the theming of that. Whereas I think Greg understands what it means to undercut something in a...
Greg is vicious.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Listen, all I would say is this: you guys are not winning Big Brother,
No,
but I am.
thank you for understanding that this is a competition reality TV show moment. But I do think that
I thought Aaron was
Greg's-
getting up to leave.
leave.
No, my cat keeps calling his way
Aaron's
in here.
leaving.
And they're like, fuck this shit. I
I can't do this.
I quit the pod. It's done.
Done.
Aaron's first and last. Super Ghost Goaty.
But I don't think Greg's initial argument was as strong as Jerry's. I do get it's kind of being waylaid and put to the side and everything like that because of what's going on, but I think ultimately, I think Jerry had the best arguments. So I'm gonna go with routine.
Yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Way to
And I
go,
also
Jerry.
want you to know, I only thought of the fact that you guys needed to kind of try and undercut each other because Aaron was backing you up too much, and I was like, I need Aaron to see something bad about routine.
I really
need this. I
couldn't.
need you guys to be against each other.
I
But
don't
that's
know
okay. It's still
I don't know enough about Outlaws to say anything about it, but I also
Yeah.
The only thing bad I have against
Routine.
routine is that I didn't know about it until Jerry talked about it.
yeah. Hey,
Which is exactly this category.
Yeah.
hey, Greg. You know what? I think you really started getting me a little bit when you started talking about how, like, in context, it could be like a hidden gem in the stealth genre, but you never said those words, and ultimately, I was like, okay, that just
So it turns out Beth is the hardest judge.
yeah.
Yeah, because I'm
Because I said I'm here for the argument. You got to argue why it's you're the most true. Because I think to each individual person, all these things are true for us, right?
True. Yeah. Now, that brings us to our top 5 personal lists. So, to recap, let's just go back up through this for a second. So, we had the SHITPANT Award, which was given to Greg with Eclipsium. We have the Mad Catz Award for the best multiplayer game that went to Marvel Rivals, Beth's pick. And then
You know what?
had,
Give that one to Aaron.
no, it's your thing.
I flew in the face of the system.
No, it was our things. They said that we could do whatever we want with our category.
All right,
So
fair enough.
Waifu Watch was Greg eliminated everybody and then added his
No.
own and nominated his
Much
own.
like the American
Nemesis.
president, I gave myself an award.
The fucking Waifu Trump Award.
This has become the Greg Waifu Watch Award.
Yeah, no, we could.
I put my name on it.
So then we got Hidden Gems, which are the hidden gems of this year, and I got that one with Routine. And yeah, now we're on to
Came
our
out with
top
Squat.
5 lists. Yeah.
Let's go.
So before we do this, let's take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. All right. Are we back? We're back? We're back. Okay. So the top 5 personal lists, I guess we'll go in the order that they are on the doc.
Sure.
I guess.
Okay.
Makes sense.
So this will be sort of short and sweet. We'll we'll run down through our top 5 and then kind of give our flowers to each one of the nominees and then kind of gush about our personal pick of the year. And then we're going to get into the hard one. We're going to get into the game of the year. Okay, so I'll start off. My top picks. Number 5, Absalom. Holy shit. They managed to make a beat 'em up roguelike and they perfected it. It's one of the best roguelikes I've ever played, hands down. I haven't finished it yet. It's pretty difficult and there's a lot of content there, but it's really good. I absolutely encourage everybody to at least try this game or just get it. Just go get it. It's usually on sale. Number 4. I finally got my family to play video games together this year with Mario Kart World. We played the shit out of Knockout Tour. It became a staple. It was becoming like a school night event. Like we'd be up late
That's cool.
playing Knockout Tour. We couldn't put it down. It was like every opportunity we had, we were hopping in a Knockout Tour. And then it evolved into doing 2-player Knockout Tour online, which I won at one point, which was
Wow.
insane. I can't believe that I actually won a Knockout Tour online because it is difficult. But yeah, Mario Kart World. And look, say what you want. I kind of liked just getting fucking baked and riding around that fucking open world and being like, oh, look at that. What's that P-switch doing up there in that little cloud up there? How do I get up to that little cloud? Like, I don't know, something about just roasting around Mario Kart in the open world was fun. Plus Princess Peach on that motorcycle. Number 3, Chronos: The New Dawn. Motherfucker, this game was so fucking good. If it wasn't for the fact that there was 2 other behemoth games, you probably already know what they are, that came out this year, this probably would have been my game of the year. I'm not even kidding. Like, I fucking loved Chronos: The New Dawn. It very much felt like a marrying up of Dead Space and Resident Evil 4. Of like, it was pretty fucking scary. As I said earlier with my category for the SHITPANT award, the 2 games that I had in mind when I was thinking about that were Chronos: The New Dawn and Routine. Chronos: The New Dawn scares the shit out of you a lot. Like, it's nerve-wracking. Number 2, Clair Obscur Expedition 33. What can I say? This was, I mean, I laughed, I cried, I came. No, I'm just kidding. But I mean, it was pretty fucking good. It just taught me that I need more traditional styled RPGs with a little bit of extra au jus to it. Where like I thought that taking a turn-based RPG, but then adding in like perfect parries and timed hits, which I'm a sucker for. Like, it just checked every single goddamn box that I had. And like having an open, like not an open, sorry, having like a world map that was, actually interesting to kind of poke around in instead of just being like this big open world. It was fantastic. I thought that the storytelling was amazing. Beth, I thought the storytelling was amazing.
Everyone's allowed their own personal opinions.
And I loved every second of that game. It was amazing. But it wasn't until my number 1 came along, because I thought Clair Obscur's got this in the bag for me. Like, there's no no possible way that I could have Clair Obscur be beat.
And then last month, Metroid Prime 4 came out.
Okay. Look, dude, I was so close to making, specifically for Metroid Prime 4, making the category of biggest disappointment. I don't know if I've ever been more disappointed by a game since I've been playing video games. And that's, I'm being real about that. I feel like that game was an insult to people that were fans of the franchise. That's all I'm going to say. Don't fucking buy that game. Do not give Nintendo the money for that game. Go pirate that game. I don't give a fuck. You can clip that, Aaron.
I'll do it.
My number 1 is Hollow Knight Silksong. It came out and I went, yeah, I mean, okay, it finally came out. It was one of those things where it was like, it was a meme because it was taking so long to come out. And then when it did come out, I was like, yeah, I'll get to it eventually, I think. But then I was like, hold on. Hollow Knight was incredibly good. And I was trying to kind of like tell myself like, yeah, it was good, but like, there's no way that Silksong can live up to this hype. God damn it, it did. It did live up to that hype. And let me tell you something. If you only got to Act 2, you're a bitch. And you need to finish it. Because it does not end at Act 2. It goes to Act 3 into one of the most insane final boss fights I've ever played. Where I sent you guys a video of my hand after finishing this, and it was like I was trembling. I couldn't. I was having like I was going through the motions, man. Like the way that I like was crying by the end of Clair Obscur, I was almost crying at the end of fucking Silksong. Not because it was like, moving me, even though the story was really cool if you're paying attention. It was just like, I've never ever felt that way before. Even like this, like, again, I know Souls games, but like they bring out a certain emotion from me when I play a FromSoft game or like a Souls, like when they're really really intense. Like, but this boss was like, I can't barely put into words how insane it was to get to this boss in the first place, and then it just be you had to be perfect. It had to be perfect. There was no room for error, and you had to get fucking perfect. And just locking in on that final run. And this was a theme that carried throughout the game with damn near everything that you encounter. I mean, the second boss, or maybe it was the first or second boss in the game, got nerfed because people were just like, nope, not playing this fucking game. This is out of control. Like, this is the second boss. Why is, like, this is insane. It's impossible. And that's how I felt going into every single encounter in this game, was like, this is fucking insane. This is impossible. But then something would click, and you'd fucking figure it out. And the world itself too was just so goddamn nice, so good, so well constructed. The way it flips on its head towards the end is like, this game to me is deserving of a 10 out of 10. And in a year where I thought there's no way, after Clair Obscur came out, there's no way that this can get dethroned. And it seemed like every game that was kind of coming out was like, yeah, no, still not as good as Clair Obscur. Nope, still not as good as Clair Obscur. And then that came around, and it completely floored me. I have very little words to describe how good this game is, other than unfortunately throwing a number on it. And that number is a perfect 10 out of 10. And that's why it's my game of the year. Hollow Knight Silksong. It's an incredible game.
Hell yeah.
I'll second that. Hell yeah.
Yep. Anyways, on to the next. I'll hand the mic to you, Aaron.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. Mine, I did not write down in any order. I'm just gonna put it all together in my head. So we're gonna start with Shinobi Art of Vengeance. Fucking awesome game. I've never played a Shinobi game before, but this one was just like a ninja Metroidvania with pretty fucking big open areas, lots of collectibles. This cat's clawing his way in here again. Yeah, lots of collectibles. The bosses were fucking intense. Well, most of them were. Some were a little bit too easy. I don't know if maybe because I just unlocked so much fucking shit. And the different moves that you unlock, I don't know. The game was just really fun. The combat was really slick and bloody and fun. The next one is Cooking Companions. I can't fucking... I know nobody else knows what this game is besides me and maybe Jerry and you guys, because I guess I've talked about it a couple times now, but...
I still don't know what it is.
Basically, it's like Doki Doki Literature Club, except like you're in a cabin with friends and you're cooking food for them, because it starts off, you're staying in a cabin, and then like dark shit happens that I'm not going to spoil fucking ever, because I want people to go buy it and play for themselves. And it left such like a feeling in my stomach every time something happened, every time something gruesome happened in the story. I had to like take a minute to like process what happened and like get up and maybe take a break and be like, God fucking damn, man. Like, it left a mark on me. It's just good. That's Cooking Companions. Number 3, I think I'm gonna give to Hades 2. Because like I really love the first game, and Hades 2 took everything that made the first game fucking amazing and they cranked it up to double, if not triple. they made the casts actually fucking useful. They had weapons that were way more inventive and more creative than they were in the first game. They added so much more cool shit to the game. Even like the characters and everything. It's a great game. Hades 2. Number 2, this is really fucking tough for me, but I think number 2 is going to go to Kirby Air Riders. Um, the
Hot
first
damn.
Yeah, the first Kirby Air Ride was like a GameCube favorite of mine growing up. I played the shit out of that game. I unlocked almost everything because there was a lot of shit that was just goddamn impossible to unlock. I got like every vehicle unlocked, almost every character unlocked. That game was just awesome. And Kirby Air Riders took everything that made the first game really good and fucking just tripled that, like quadrupled it even, because the city trial is way better. You can play it with friends. You can play it online with randos and beat the shit out of them because they don't know what they're doing. They have never played a Kirby Air Ride game before. This is the first one.
Those losers.
Yeah, you can just come up right fucking behind them with the wagon star with the fucking sword equipment, just bah, 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 and they're dead, and they lose all their power ups, and you get them all, and then you win the fucking target race at the end. Like, ha, bitch. My voice came out at the end of that. But yeah, Kirby Air Riders just rules. And my number 1 is Mario Kart World because, like,
Whoa.
yeah, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe was, like, already one of, if not my favorite kart racer. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe just has everything. It has awesome characters. It has, like, every track from probably fucking every single Mario Kart game known to mankind in that game. And it just looks good. It runs great. And then you get to Mario Kart World, and they've just made it. I mean, sure, it's got less tracks, maybe, but the characters are actually like way cooler. Because like in fucking 8, you have like Gold Mario, Pink Gold Peach, fucking Metal Mario. You've got the fucking Koopalings and all these characters. There's like 16 fucking different baby characters. Get out of here with that. Give me the garbage, like the cow and the Fishbones guy. And fucking and the fucking the mole dude with the thing on his head, and like driving around the world, like the open map, it just feels good. Like it's not like Burnout Paradise or fucking Need for Speed like people wanted, but it doesn't need to be because it's Mario Kart. It's this big interconnected world that still feels interconnected when you're playing like Grand Prix or Knockout Tour, because you'll drive from one race, go down the road and follow that road down to the next track, and then do this rinse and repeat. And then the fucking Knockout Tour, dude. It's just a battle royale mode, but with cars, and it just like Jerry and I played the shit out of these for a good month or two, and then I even started my own fucking Mario Kart World server with a bunch of people from a bunch of different servers because Knockout Tour was just so
Nice.
addictive. And yeah, Mario
That
Kart
was really
World just like it took just like I've said the past fucking 5 games, it took everything that we knew and love about like the game that came before it, and it fucking choked it to death, and then it made something brand spanking new. Mario Kart World is just, it's great. That's
Hell
it.
yeah.
Nice.
It's a good pick, bro.
Yeah.
Beth,
Okay.
indulge us.
Okay, so for my top 5, at 5 I went with The Wandering Village. Just a fun little like city builder / survival game. Then Ball Pit. Ball Pit was great. Very
Ball
fun to play, very addicting. Had that one more run energy to it, and I kind of picked it up and was playing it at a time where I was kind of getting bored with a lot of stuff that I was, trying out. So it was definitely revitalized things in a good way. Then I'm gonna go with the 100-line Last Defense Academy. That was really good.
Danganronpa guys, right?
Yeah. So it's the Danganronpa guys, and so the story is gonna be batshit insane with a bunch of like twists and turns, and this definitely was it. It was here. My only thing is there's so much content. There's so much stuff to do in it. I still haven't done all the routes. There's 100 endings, and each of those endings, there's like 5 or 6 main routes that you have to go through to get those endings. And so it's just kind of just a little bit too much to feasibly deal with at once. And but I'll say, like, the main scenario is really interesting, and you can kind of skip through a lot of stuff when you go through the main scenario a second time to get kind of like another really good ending. And the combat is tower defense, and I think it's good. It's not, I like a good tower defense every now and again, so that was great for that. Then I went with Hades 2 for my number 2. Similar to what Aaron said, I also feel like I loved Hades, and then this was just Hades but better, in almost every way. Better weapons, or I liked the weapons more. I liked the casts. I liked the way that the hub environment I liked more. I enjoyed more the characters. Also, as a huge Greek mythology nerd, seeing some more of these characters and how they decide to do them, especially since one of my favorites is Arachne, and seeing her and getting a bit of her story and their interpretation of it. Phenomenal. No notes. But my number 1 that I'm going to go with, controversially, is Pokemon ZA is my number 1 game of the year.
Ooh, okay. Get it, girl. Hell yeah, man. ZA was good. It almost made my top 5.
I'll say the things with ZA that really elevated it for me or got it to this number 1 position is that it is the most fun I had playing a game this year, and the most fun Pokemon game that I played in a really long time. I haven't had this much fun playing a Pokemon game since maybe Sun and Moon, which I really adored. So, I think what they did with the going in, okay, for context, I'm definitely one of those people who, with Pokemon games, love the turn-based system and don't want it to go away necessarily. So when going into this game and knowing that they were kind of really changing up the combat so it was more real time, I was one of the people who were like, I don't really know if I want this change or need this change. I love the turn-based, but I got so into it. I think it's super fun. The way that they interpreted certain Pokemon moves and then translated it into a real-time battle. So if something had a higher miss chance, like in the a lower accuracy in the turn-based game, it made it so that there was it took longer for it to go off in the real-time one, so that you could run your Pokemon out of there. So it was a higher or a less accuracy move. So the way they translated a lot of these turn-based things into real time felt incredibly intuitive and natural. I think that in all of the ways that, and I loved the raid battles with the megas. I thought a lot of them felt really big. They felt great. You had to do you memorize certain patterns and stuff, and there were truly scary moments when this move would go off and then it was kind of chasing behind you, pounding down, and you had to just try and turn your put your Pokemon back in the ball and just fucking run, because it was it's gonna get you. So I like that kind of flow. The second you kind of got used to doing the ZA Royale stuff at night against the trainers, and it was time to go into these rogue fights, which really changed up the pacing of how things were going. And to me, it kept things fresh, and it didn't. So you wanted to keep going and getting to the next thing. And I think the story was it was interesting. I think that's kind of the only weak part, is that I think it should have had voice acting, because I think that would have done a better job at getting across a lot of the work that they put into giving each of these characters real personalities, because that is also something I felt they did really good in this. Was each character was distinct. It did feel like they had their own motivation and personality that wasn't just tied to the main character or what your journey was. It was actually you coming into their story in a lot of ways. I just and what it did with expanding upon a lot of the lore for X and Y, phenomenal. I think that what the Legend games should be doing is expanding on the lore that is touched on in these base games. So it did a good job there. I think in every way the game did set out to do what it had wanted to do and what it had intended to do. And then I know that you have people who are still going to talk about like the graphics and then the way that the world was the sameness of things, but genuinely at no point while I was playing this game did the fact that the walls looked the same in a lot of places affect how much I had fun doing everything in it. Like, it really is it's a non-factor. And so I don't know, I truly love that game. And the way that even the expansion, when they added a lot more to it, you get a bunch of new characters. One of my favorite characters, oh my gosh, one of my favorite Pokemon from Sword and Shield got added in the DLC, and I caught it, and then I threw it out of its ball so that I could see how it looked modeled in the ZA engine, and it looked so cute. I was like, I love you. I love Grafaiai, and it looks so good. And I okay, another slight
That's Scarlet
thing.
Violet, not Sword and Shield.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Yeah, Scarlet and Violet. Another.
I know that guy.
I know that guy.
That guy's awesome.
I guess one kind of last thing about it, or I guess slightly two more things. One, sort of what I was saying with Corbeau. I like that a lot of the people that you work with, like your characters gets involved with, are either villains, former villains, characters that are morally gray. Like, there's a lot of conversation and a lot of stuff that happens with characters, and no one is squeaky clean good guy in this. So it does kind of explore those themes a little bit, which I really appreciate and I really liked. And then this is like a technical thing. For the past few generations, I feel like they've really desaturated the colors, especially of the Pokemon themselves. And this one, those colors are back. Like, Dragonair is orange again, and
Dragonair is orange?
No, sorry,
Dragonite.
Dragonite is orange, and but I mean, their colors are, and Charizard looks like Charizard again. Charizard looks like Charizard again.
That's something I notice every time I look at Scarlet and Violet footage. It's how washed out all the colors are.
Yeah, and it's for the Pokemon itself. It's been like that since they put them into 3D. So technically since X and Y, they've been washed out. And now with the ZA game, which is the companion piece to X and Y, they finally gave the Pokemon their color back. And I'm so appreciative, and I'm very happy, and I love it. I love ZA. I get why people want to be upset about it, and everyone has a right to feel however they want about games. They feel like they let them be upset.
Yeah.
I just think that it's people who are upset about it either haven't played the game, don't even or not even Pokemon fans, but are just trying to dunk on it because it's such a large franchise, or never discount people who actually played it and it's just not for them. Not every game is for everybody. Not every experience is
it's not like Metroid Prime 4 where it's just a solid don't fucking play that game.
Yes. I really love it.
It was really fun. And
it's just fun.
A real fast thing I want to add too is I got so I went down a rabbit hole for a little bit with the lore and the story of Legends ZA that I went and bought Pokemon X or Y. I forget which one. I went and bought one of those games because I was like, what the fuck? because there's that point where you're like in the basement of whatever, and you're looking at
Yeah.
that rock, and they're like, this rock could do super cool things. I forget exactly, and then a lot of other shit happens, and I was like, what the fuck? And I went on the X and Y wiki, and I was like, okay, guess it's time for me to play X.
No, no spoilers. I cried after the end credit scene. For
Pokemon made you cry.
Pokemon made me cry. I was really upset.
The whole ending sequence is a lot. Like, it's without spoiling anything, because I don't really know.
Yeah,
it's very
let's keep
it's anime as fuck. It's nuts.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's so fun. Anyways, it's really good. I feel like,
but no voice acting.
That's kind of been my honestly, genuinely my only real criticism. Yeah, it is, right? Like, that's why I was like, God. I do think that it not having voice acting was such like a miss.
Yeah.
It was such an,
At this point, I feel like they're just digging their heels.
Yeah.
For what though? Like,
no one knows why, but it's just like this is the hill they've chosen to die on.
Which is such a stupid hill.
It is.
Oh, speaking of hills to die on, I forgot to give an honorable shout out during my thing to Baby Steps.
Oh.
Because you'll die on that hill.
You'll die on that hill.
Slide all the way back down to the beginning of the hill.
I've got a ZA question.
Yeah.
ZA.
So it's obviously Zygarde's the guy in that game.
Mm-hmm.
Are Xerneas and Yveltal in the game?
Mm-hmm.
Do they
not story-wise?
Play any role, or are they just there?
No, they don't play any role really. After you see end credits, you can do a side quest that gives you a little bit more information about some of the characters, and then a bit more information about Xerneas and Zygarde, and then they show up and you can catch them.
These fucking names.
Interesting. Oh no.
And Zyglorox
Does
came
that mean
in.
like Xerneas is going to be? Oh no, it's ZA. It doesn't matter. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, Jerry, Zygarde is
it.
supposed to be a play on Zygote, because he's supposed to be like his zero form is like an embryo or whatever, like a zygote, or not an embryo. I guess it's an embryo
It's like
and a zygote
little,
are
like
the
it's
same
a cell,
thing.
a single
Yeah.
cell. Yeah. Single cell organism. But with that, I am done, and time for Greg.
Go, Greg.
Time for Greg.
My friend,
hit us up.
It was a banner year.
Yes, tell us why.
In a year where we touched on the beginning, and most years I play 3, maybe 4 games that came out in the year. My friends, I played 10.
Whoa.
Way to go, dude! Hell yeah!
Yeah, this doesn't happen. So I'm not going to go through all 10, but I will go through the top 5.
Yes.
Number 5, for all the reasons already mentioned, Hades 2.
Hell yeah!
Just like Hades 1, but better.
Yes.
In most ways. The biggest way that it's better is actually with the redesign of Chaos.
Phenomenal.
I truly think that game would have been somewhere on my list had I played. I only played a little bit of it so far, so I can't.
Yeah.
I love the weapons.
Number 4.
Yeah.
Number 4. Claire Obscure Expedition 33. Beautiful soundtrack. Fully, like, I love being able to make a build and run with it. A story that had me gripped. It was all around a good time. If Act 3 had more direction, it might be higher, but otherwise, it's good. It's good. I liked it.
Good.
It's good. Number 3, Monster Hunter Wilds. Rock solid Monster Hunter game. The open world is unnecessary, but it's still fucking good as hell. And if the PC performance were better, it might even be number 1. But unfortunately, it's not yet. But what's interesting is that the big PC performance patch is coming out next month, exactly 1 year from release. And historically, Monster Hunter games released on PC exactly 1 year from the console release. So
Yeah.
We're keeping true to the tradition. My number 2 surprise game out of nowhere, because I didn't play the 2 previous titles in the series, is Doom: The Dark Ages.
Hell yeah.
Oh, holy shit!
This game
At number
This
2.
game fucking ripped and tore ass. It was so fucking good. It was non-stop action. The gameplay with the addition of the shield. When I first saw the shield, I was like, a shield? That's not very fun.
Oh.
That's not
But
Doom.
then when you get the shield and you're like running around at Doom speed through the level and like landing parries and throwing that fucker and like blasting shit with a shotgun while the music is going insane, and it's non-stop. It is like the definition of a power fantasy in a way that isn't cringe. Like it's
It's adrenaline, dude.
Understood.
It's just pure adrenaline.
like it's
Constant.
so good. It's like it's exactly it's a power fantasy, and like I was never overly challenged too hard in the game. I could have upped the difficulty, but I was just having a good time. But everything I did was as fun and as cool and as interesting as the last thing I did. It was absolutely just a blast, start to finish. And I finished it, and I was like, that was a good ass game. Like I was.
I still cannot believe that you haven't gone back and tried either 2016 or
You know what's
Eternal yet, 'cause
interesting? I haven't tried Eternal, but 2016, it hasn't been able to hold its hooks into me. This fucking game did, and I think a lot to do with it is like the medieval setting. Like that medieval setting, I think like having like it's the medieval sci-fi combination. Turns out is like my favorite thing. It worked so well. It worked so well for
It's
me.
Greg's fetish.
Yeah, maybe. My number 1 game for the year of our Lord 2025.
I know exactly what the fuck this is.
So I have got a lot of games played on my PC. My longest played game is Final Fantasy 14. Surprise to no one.
Yeah.
Right. This game broke into the top 3, dethroned Baldur's Gate 3.
Wow.
I have played this game 3.5 hours more than Baldur's Gate 3. It's only behind Elden Ring at 212 hours.
Oh, so I know what this is.
Game, at 186 hours played, my game of the year 2025 is Uma Musume Pretty Derby.
Oh man, I knew it.
This game, and Jerry, you can hide your face. Let me tell you something. This game is fucking good, and it doesn't cost a cent. It is so.
I got into it one night with you. I watched you gamble.
Goddamn good. It is better than it. Like they didn't even have to make a good game, because fucking weebs are gonna spend all their money to get their all the waifus that come out all the time. But they went and made a goddamn good game behind it. And so I don't know if I've ever talked fully at depth about what the game is with any real clarity, but you just go through it, and you go through one of your horse girls. This is the horse girl game if people are unaware. But you go through the game, and you take your horse girl through her entire schooling, and her schooling in this case is learning to be a better racehorse.
So crazy.
But basically, you get 2 trainings per month, and it lasts 3 years in game. And so the 3 years is basically a one run of the game. And so you take your character and you choose how you want to train them throughout each month, and then you run races to get skill points. And you choose the skills. They earn skills, and you choose skills by doing that, and you build up their stats. And that's the main loop of the game. But the reason why you do that main loop of the game is that you can enter them into races online. And it's not like a live multiplayer thing, but basically you set up a lineup of your team, and then your team will be put against another player's team, and then the results are tabulated based on stats and skills that are selected and the way you've decided to train them. And it is so engaging to try to like get your perfect build up your horse girl in the most perfect way possible. It is so fucking good. And then they introduced these things, which are like the tournaments, and then that's where you do these races for like actual stakes. And then the way they do it is, if you're not playing on like whale mode, if you're playing on normal person mode, they give you a stat point cutoff. So I think it's at a B ranking, which works out to about like a stat number. It's numbered, but it's a stat number of like 1,200. But that's the thing about that is that when you're raising your horse girls, you don't ever see what that number is.
So it's like a hidden stat?
It's a hidden stat to get that letter grade. And so when you're going through like that gaming loop of doing the training, you have to kind of almost do it by feeling and be like, I know this, if I choose these stats, they're pretty heavily weighted. So it's going to push me into B+ or higher. And I won't be that horse girl's not eligible for the tournament. Or if I don't take enough of these skills or train enough of this, I'll be at like B- or lower, and then I'm no longer competitive. So you have to do it in a way that threads the needle. And there's something so satisfying about getting like within like 10 points of B, because you do see the hidden stat at the very end of your run, but you don't see it during your run.
Okay.
Yeah. And so doing all that and like playing the game, it's just like endlessly rewarding. And because the game has existed in Japan for a long ass time, there is new content all the goddamn time. Like they're doing like they're doing an accelerated release schedule to kind of get up to parity with Japan. So every month is a new event, and there's new trainees coming out all the time. Oh, it's fucking awesome.
Hell yeah, dude.
Awesome. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yes.
I recommend it to everybody. I realize that nobody's going to play it, but just trust me. It's a good ass game.
These are some good top fives. I like that there was a lot of fucking I mean, there was some overlap, but there's a lot of variety.
There's a lot of variety here. Now, we will get into the big boy, the Super Ghost Game of the Year. We're here. We're almost there.
Now, do me a favor. Add my two that...
yes.
My three, that were not on...
Musame.
Sume. Anyway. Really disrespecting my game, but...
Very disrespectful, Jerry.
How interesting.
I don't know, man.
Doom the Dark Ages.
Doom the Dark Ages. And what else did we have here for the pool?
Monster Hunter Wilds.
That's not there already.
All right.
No. Yeah.
Edit point.
Yes.
Can you fix Hollow Knight?
Hallow. Leave it in, Aaron.
Space.
Leave in my stupidity.
Give us that space.
Hollow Space Knight.
There you go.
Capital N.
Capital
K.
I don't care about the
Okay, I said
I don't care about the capital. I just want the space.
Hollow Space Knight. Now we're talking.
Isn't it? Oh, Space Knight.
Space Knight.
Didn't you have another one?
What else? Did I miss anything? Because you had Clair Obscure, and what was the other one?
The other one was
Hades 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
let's go ahead.
Hades
we have it
there. Yeah. All right. So the way that we do this, we are going to now whittle this down to a top 10. Then we will decide what that looks like, if we want to lock it in, and what the number one looks like. I usually suggest trying to find ones that someone may say they want to sacrifice, to say like, hey, let's just get this out of the way now. I don't know if this hangs with the top 10. We can go through those now to kind of get them out of the way. Because I mean, just looking at this list, this is just me. We know Hollow Knight, Silksong, Clair Obscure, probably
Hades 2.
Hades 2. Maybe Mario Kart World. These are going to be in that list. We know that.
Yeah.
So
I'll jump in and say get rid of Ball Pit, 100 Line, and the Wandering
I'm gonna
Village.
get rid of Ball Pit
I
already.
played Ball Pit. I liked Ball Pit a whole lot.
Well, then if you,
It was just shy. It was just shy of number 5.
okay, well then get rid of 100 Line and the Wandering Village.
I would say-
I'm not fighting for those.
Yeah, get rid of Cooking Companions.
Yeah. Okay.
Get rid
And,
of Doom: The Dark Ages and Monster Hunter Wilds.
Really? You don't want Doom: The Dark Ages in the top 10?
No one else here played it. Oh, you played it, but no one else had it. No one else had it on list.
Doesn't matter. I'll still vouch for I can still back it. I like the game. It just wasn't in my top 5. It's for sure in
It
my
doesn't
top
have
10.
to be like, because like no one else had Pokemon, but I'm gonna fight for Pokemon for a while until like.
Yeah.
But
Cooking Companions, you said to cut?
Yeah,
Aaron?
cut it.
Okay.
All right, then don't cut any of my. Actually, no, cut Monster Hunter Wilds.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe next year when it gets the PC patch.
Um.
I'm looking at your 1, 2, 3.
Jerry's
We got
got to cut
12.
some of his. He's got to cut.
Yeah, Jerry, you got to make some cuts.
Get rid of Kronos or Absalom.
I think Absalom needs to go over I'm not willing to give up Kronos. I don't think. I think Kronos definitely deserves to be in at least a top 10.
I'm fighting over axing either Shinobi or Kirby.
Well, we only have to axe one more.
Yeah.
I think 1, 2, 3.
I think
4,
it would.
5,
if it were me, like, I would probably do Shinobi. Good though it was.
Did you play it too, Greg?
No.
No. Yeah,
I have it. I bought it. I just haven't played it yet.
I love
feel
Shinobi,
like-
but axe it.
I feel like Kirby means more to you than
Yeah.
than Shinobi does.
Agreed.
But what was a better game, though, Aaron? Was it Kirby?
Definitely Kirby. I could pump way more hours into Kirby than I could Shinobi.
So we have our 10, but they're not in the right order yet. Definitely not. But we have our 10. So we have Hollow Knight Silksong, Claire Obscure Expedition 33, Chronos the New Dawn, Mario Kart World, Hades 2, Kirby Air Riders, Pokemon ZA, Ball Pit, Umamasume.
Well, you would know what it was if you spelled it correctly.
Uma Musume.
Umamusume. Doom: The Dark Ages.
I would say
That's our 10.
what do we think should go last? Like each of us picks something we think will go last.
I'll do it. I'll do the honors. I'll put Chronos on the bottom here. I don't know if anybody else feels like it deserves to be higher than number 10.
I think that
I really, really like this game. I would put this above Doom: The Dark Ages, but I understand that not everybody liked this game.
I think the level of passion you have for Kronos outweighs any level of passion I have for Ball Pit. Like I like Ball Pit a lot, but like I don't think like
I like
when
Ball
you
Pit a
talk-
lot. I'm not passionate about it.
Yeah, but I mean like when Jerry
Greg's like taking his clothes off, being like, "Oh fuck, it's time for Ball Pit."
I just think that like Ball Pit is like really fun.
Yeah.
And
It's just
It is.
It's just a
I
good
played it
video
too. It's
game.
really good.
and it
Yeah, it's
is,
good.
but like I don't know, there's something about like the way that
Well, Greg, would
Jerry
you-
has described Chronos the New Dawn to me, regardless of whether or not I want to play it, I'm like, oh, I get why like Jerry really thinks this is just a good game.
Now, counterpoint. This is how Jerry describes every game he likes.
True.
With
You're
the passion of
not
1,000
wrong.
burning suns.
Right.
Jerry's a man of extremes. There's no middle ground. It's either the best game he's ever played or the worst game he's ever played.
True. Well, then
That's not true.
where would you put Ball Pit? The people who've played it, where would you put it?
I'd put it.
I haven't played it yet.
10? Yeah,
I'd
right?
put it. It's fine at 10.
Would you be mad if Chronos the New Dawn was above Ball Pit?
No, not at all.
No.
Okay.
That's what I mean. Like you seem like you would want to like put it at 9. Like put Kronos at 9.
You know what?
It's not last.
I would even say put Kirby. No, you put Kirby Air Riders at an 8. I would say an 8. I really love the game, but it's not. It's so hard to recommend to people who have not played a Kirby Air Ride game before because it's just fucking pandemonium.
Doom: The Dark Ages is fine at 7, I think.
I mean, I don't disagree with that, but I also think that for me personally, I thought that Chronos: The New Dawn was better than Doom: The Dark Ages. I know that they're totally different games, but for me personally, playing that game, I thought that Chronos was the better game. But like, I don't know. I do want to get Kirby Air Riders. That's on my list. I want to get this game. I don't want to pay fucking $100 for it, but
Yeah.
I do want to get the game. And I think the thing that I do see as one of Kirby Air Riders' strong points is just how much goddamn content there is. Like it seems like there is a lot, and I feel like it's one of those things that you will continue to go back to this, and you'll continue to play it. I don't know, because I've never played any of those Kirby Air Rider games. Like I threw on the GameCube one for a second.
I'll back you up. There's 4 game modes, and then there's just shit tons of unlockables across every single mode, on top of being able to customize every single vehicle with decals and all sorts of other shit.
Something about like a fucking RPG cooked into this thing?
Yeah, kind of an RPG. Yeah, like a single player mode.
Yeah, like
with like a gigantic, huge final boss that unlocks even more shit at the end. When you beat the final boss at the end of the road trip mode in Kirby Air Riders, it unlocks a brand spanking new legendary vehicle. It's huge. It's stupid how big this fucking thing is. It's nuts.
Right,
see, that's
so
awesome.
flip Doom and Kirby then.
How would you feel about Chronos being above Doom?
I wouldn't feel good about it.
So you wouldn't entertain the idea of Chronos being 8 and Doom being 9?
No.
Anybody else?
Sorry,
I haven't played either one.
I don't have as strong. Yeah, I know.
Okay. I was pushing my luck to get it into this list, and then I got it to 9. I should just leave it alone. I leave it. I'm gonna leave it. You go.
I think Claire Obscure we could probably
Should be 6.
Yeah, because the other ones, the other remaining 5 are like our top ones.
Yeah.
No way.
Absolutely.
Not a chance.
100%.
Not letting this happen.
I'm not putting Mario Kart World below fucking Claire Obscure. Like, I liked Claire Obscure.
Yeah, the rest of them are.
Now that I'm looking at this list above the 6, it's getting
spicy.
Getting a little spicy.
So here's the thing with Claire Obscure. I had a great time. I beat it. I don't see a world where I ever play it again.
And
probably not.
The thing is like, to what Aaron said, the rest of these are like our number ones, and then like Hades 2. And Hades 2 was on basically all of ours except for yours, Jerry. Like, and I am 100% willing to even just put Pokemon Z at 5. I just want it to be in the top 5. But I think ultimately that leaves Claire Obscure as the odd one out.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think Claire Obscure absolutely should be above Mario Kart World.
Well, it's 3-1.
Well, I would say one. I would say one of them should be at number 6. Because I don't care for Mario Kart World. Not that I've ever played it, but I don't have it.
Yeah.
I don't have a strong feeling about Mario Kart World. One of them should be 6.
Mario Kart World was Aaron's number 1, right? Like,
yeah.
And as much as like Jerry loves Claire Obscure and Greg's like, wow, that was really good, and I don't want to, like, you know, I'm not gonna play it again. It was like a one and done thing. And that, you know, Aaron, I know that you feel pretty good about it. I hate that game.
I know, like, you do. You hate racing games in general, don't you?
not until the very end. I think Act 3 as a whole is incredibly poorly paced.
Oh, I thought you were
and
talking
is
about
pretty
Mario
weak.
Kart. I'm sorry. You're
No,
talking
no,
about
Claire
Claire
Obscure.
Obscure. Okay.
Yeah, Mario Kart's Act 3 when
Yeah,
Toad
no.
kills.
I think it was good. I think that the type of story and the thing that it wanted to get across really hinged on how it was going to like land.
Mhm.
And to me, it fucking fell apart so fast. It was like it was like a gymnast, and it was running and it vaulted off of that the vault horse, and it did a bunch of twirls, and then it landed face first so hard it broke some bones and somehow hurt an audience member. Like, it was so piss poor.
We don't have time
The
to
way
litigate this again.
I could go on for a long time, obviously, but I just think that
Mail was
ultimately
the bad ending.
it was a bad. No, both of them are bad endings.
One of them's a good ending.
No, it isn't, Jerry. They're both bad endings. The way that it character assassinates both Mael and Verso in that last bit is so stupid, and it completely sidelines most of the characters. The whole game it talks about for those who come after, which means nothing by the end of the game. So fuck saying any of that. Like, it really fucking falls apart. It's so bad at that ending, and that's the strongly.
It might.
And I
But
get
it's a little bit better than Mario Kart.
I don't know about that, man. Like,
no.
I liked Claire Obscure, and I think I got to the part after you beat all the fucking Titans or whatever, the big things. There's
to Axion.
Yeah,
or-
yeah. There was like the sewing lady, whatever. I beat those two, and then I fell off pretty hard because the story wasn't going in the direction I wanted, because I thought it was going to go into like a Final Fantasy.
Finish Claire Obscure?
No,
No, he didn't even finish it. See,
No.
it's not that good.
I thought it was going to go.
Aaron,
Listen, I thought I was going to go
infamously
in like a
did
Final
not
Fantasy
finish
X type direction.
All right.
And then I
Claire
heard from a lot of
Obscure, number
people that, yeah.
A lot of people. See, it's not just me.
All right.
Also, I had a friend who actually still likes the game and stuff, and then messaged me and was like, "Oh, I get why you hate this game, though. Like, the third act is so bad."
Okay. All right.
Now you can put Pokemon Z at 5, and I'm done. I'm done.
All right, Pokemon ZA, number 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't have a strong argument for anything past Pokemon ZA now. So at this point, I mean, I think Hades 2 should probably be number 2. That's just my gut feeling. I don't mind seeing a Hades 2 at 2 and Mario Kart World at a 3, maybe.
Ah, so we know what number 1 is.
I think I'm with Jerry on number 1.
Number 1 is Uma Musume, Pretty Derby.
Look,
No, not so fast, guys. No, not so fast.
Yeah, not everybody
Guys,
at
think this
once.
through.
So we want.
I'll.
Are we okay with this?
I think.
Swap these two.
Well,
Now
Go for
are
it.
we?
Go ahead, Beth.
I would put
Hollow Knight Game of the Year.
no. I would put Hades 2 Game of the Year.
Really?
Yeah, I would.
Okay. Well, how about then? I'll say. Greg and Aaron talk out whether Uma Musume or Mario Kart World should be at 3 and 4.
Number 3 put Mario Kart World.
Really?
I don't
Okay.
goddamn agree, but
No,
Okay.
flip them.
Okay.
You can flip
Flip
them.
them. You want?
You
Yeah.
can flip them. Mario Kart World 4.
Jerry, you also had Mario Kart World. How do you feel?
Well, I really do love Mario Kart World. I do. I have not played it in a while.
What do you think
I
should be
thought
a
I
3 or
would.
4?
I think it should be at 3. How's everybody feel about that?
I'm feeling it.
You're all gonna do what you're gonna do. So whatever. Hollow Knight Hades.
Are we calling it?
No. Greg thinks Hades should be number 1.
Correct.
It's already in that order. Hollow Knight,
No.
Hades. We just got to
Yeah. So
down.
number
No.
number two is Hollow Knight. Number one is Hades. Is what I say.
That's what he.
I think there's enough
I
overlap
think-
for Hades to be number one.
Okay, who here's played Hollow Knight? Raise your hand. Okay, who here's played Hades 2? Raise your hand. I can't raise my hand, so I'm going to shake my head.
But
Shake your head.
throwing a wrench in this, I played Hades 2, but I think Hollow Knight should be number 1.
Why?
Ooh.
Well,
Go on.
I think that
What's the story of Hollow Knight Silksong?
I really like the story of Hollow Knight Silksong. Actually,
It's got more story than you think. Yeah.
it is definitely, it does have a more actually direct story than the first one. That is for sure. I think Hornet is a much better characterized person, like a full-fledged character. You get a lot of personality. She has a lot more. She has dialogue because she's not a hollow husk. So she definitely has agency that she pushes like through the world and through the story. And there is story there, but that's not actually why I think that it should be. The story is like not as the story's pretty good, but it's not anything crazy or special. What I think is really in Hollow Knight's favor is that it is an incredibly thought out and well designed map as well. Everything feels so curated and intentional in that game, and to the point where when you're going through, so I didn't play, I watched someone play it, and it was breathtaking at times. Like the world design is gorgeous. It's so, like I said, everything feels really thought out when you're going through that world. There are incredible moments. Like there was a moment, I didn't even play it, but watching someone do there's a moment where you're coming up from after you had gone kind of like down.
Oh, that was insane.
And then the lava starts rising and the music swells, and then you're like having to do all these like quick platforming things because the lava is rising up, and it like you're holding your, I'm not, like I say, I'm not playing, I'm holding my breath. I can't breathe. I'm getting chills.
I was gonna have to call 911.
Let me ask you, is there a world where you will play it?
I tried. I watched someone play it. I was so enamored with the game itself. I did try and play it. I got my ass kicked so much that I couldn't get through it, but I don't think that is like, that is the game. To be fair, like is the game play style of it. It's meant to be hard as nails. I would love it if it wasn't, because then I would be able to play it. But I think that it, just because of that doesn't mean it doesn't deserve to be talked about as game of the year.
Why didn't it make your list?
Because I didn't finish it. And I don't put anything I didn't finish on my game of the year.
But it gets to be number 1?
Yeah, because I think that it deserves to be number 1 game of the year. That doesn't mean it's my personal list are games that I played, finished, and then will put there. If Jerry had let me, I would have even put games that weren't from this year on that. But those were the parameters. And then the parameters of this one is just what should be game of the year. And I think that Hollow Knight Silksong is more deserving, or not more deserving. Both of them are deserving. But I think that Hollow Knight ekes it out because of how well it was done and how well it was crafted. I also just want to say that like this is a game that came out with so many delays, a lot of like silence, and it lived up to every person's expectation who wanted this game. And that is such a rare thing that happens that, you know,
I don't think it did though.
It did for a lot of people.
For a lot of people, but there are, I would say, a good number of people that were put off by the difficulty who loved. The amount of people I saw who were like, oh, like Hollow Knight is like my wife's favorite game, and like she's not playing Silksong anymore, and she's really upset by it. I saw a lot of talk like that.
Yeah, I guess, but I got also like alternatively,
because a lot of like It was the difficulty
Yeah.
that turned off a lot of people
But
who were
alternatively,
Hollow
like,
Knight fans.
if we're gonna just use anecdotal evidence, my cousin was like the biggest fan of Hollow Knight that I've ever experienced, and Hollow Knight not only met his expectations but surpassed them. So, like, we can anecdotally go along, like, person to person and how they felt about it. I just think that, like,
hang on.
crafted, like, it's just so meticulously crafted and so good.
I think the same
Greg-
could go for Hades 2 as well, though.
I was just going to
Because
say,
Hades 2 also had a
like,
long wait for it as well.
It also had years in open beta where people could comment on it and argue whether or not things should or shouldn't exist.
And the game is better for it.
But I'm saying that, like, there's not the same scenario.
I mean, it doesn't matter. The end result is a good game.
Yeah, and so is Silksong.
I'm not saying it's not. I'm I'm just saying.
I think
so. What is your what's the pitch for Hades 2?
I mean,
I'm just saying it's the Super Ghost Game of the Year. Hades 2 was on 3 of 4 lists in high positions. It's a good ass game. We all enjoyed it. We all played it.
here's my pitch for it. So you have Hades, an already 10 out of 10 game. I feel like Hades 2 kind of just like, I guess, how the fuck do I explain it? It upped the ante, or it like raised the bar.
Elevated.
Yeah, elevated it. It really upped the bar for what we could even try to expect from the next Hades game, which, I mean, I guess Hollow Knight Silksong did the same thing. Hollow Knight was already probably a 10 out of 10 game for a lot of people, and Silksong did the same thing that Hades 2 did. But Hades 2, like we've all, like the three of us said earlier, took everything from the first game, cranked it up just to 1,000,000, made the game way more, like way better. There's more weapons, there's more things you can do to customize Malinui, and I think Malinui is a much more interesting character than Zagreus in a lot of ways, because Zagreus was just like, me need escape, go see mama, but Malinui is like, I'm like, she's on this quest to rescue her family, who is right now dead, but she has to figure out a way to go
Greg
back in
doesn't feel
time.
that way.
Spoilers. What?
Greg doesn't like Malinoi more than he likes Zagreus.
God, man. Well, another thing too is that,
Greg, man, you're killing our argument, dude.
well, there's two different routes you can go. You know, the surface and the underworld, and even just in those two worlds, there's just way more to the game. I just feel like there's just there's a shit ton of game to Hades 2. And I mean, a lot of the argument I feel like I could make for Hades 2, you could also make for Silksong. But at the end of the day, like, I liked the first Hollow Knight, but I don't know. I just don't really give a shit about Silksong. Like, if anything, Hades 2 would be my pick for number 1 in this. So I think we're just gonna need to leave it up to a fucking coin toss or something.
The day Hades 2 came out of early access, I purchased it.
Same.
Silksong has been available to me without the cost of money, because I already pay for Game Pass, for months and months, and I have yet to feel a desire to download it. And I played Hollow Knight. I liked Hollow Knight, but I don't feel a draw to play Silksong.
Yeah.
Nothing against it. I just don't. I don't feel the need, like the urgent need that I felt with Hades, and that Hades like immediately
I also
rewarded.
felt that though. I almost put off Silksong. I mean, if you go back, this is what's crazy about this, and this is why the heel turn is happening. Is
who's turning heel?
Like, well, I did, like, on this game. If you guys don't remember,
Yeah, I remember
it's
this.
on record.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't get what the big fucking deal about this game is. Like, there's like, okay, it's the follow up to Hollow Knight. Like, okay, whatever. Like, there's too much hype around it. Whatever. I was kind of trash talking it, and I remember saying for like 4 episodes in a row
that you owed Team Cherry an apology. Yeah,
I'm sorry, Team Cherry.
Yeah.
I owe you a massive apology for being like, I don't get what the fuck is the like big deal about this game, and I was so close to just not playing it because I was like you. I was like, yeah, I remember liking Hollow Knight. It was a good game, but like, it's not like one of the best games I've ever played. It's not even one of the best Metroidvanias I've ever played. So I was like, yeah, okay, Silksong's probably going to be pretty good. And I just kind of didn't really think about it until in my group chat with two of my buddies. I missed a fucking night's worth of conversation, and it was like 142 messages, and I was
Jesus
like, "Whoa,
Christ.
what the fuck are we talking about here?" And I'm like reading through, and they both bought Silksong and started playing it, and we're both like, "Holy shit! Did you fucking see this thing? Did you do this?" And I was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! Is the game good?" And they were like, "Dude, you gotta fucking play this game." And I was like, "God damn it! All right, I'll fucking buy it." And I'll never forget this. I was actually in Calgary for work. I was in a hotel room, and I had my Switch 2 with me, and I just went, "Fuck it, I'm gonna buy this right now." And I bought it, and I swear to God, I was so close to just being like, "Yeah, I guess I'm not working tomorrow. I'm just gonna stay in this hotel and just play Silksong until I have to leave." Because like I couldn't even get to sleep. I bought it at like 7:00 at night, and it was like 12:30, and I was like, "Fuck, I gotta go to sleep, man." I couldn't put it down. Could not put it down. And I was like going through the motions in my head, like, but I said so much about this game. I've said so much that I didn't understand. I didn't care. I didn't like, I'm tired of people hyping this fucking thing up. And then after I played it, I fucking got it, dude. Like I understood why people were freaking out about this game. So that's the heel turn I'm talking about, is the fact that I was so in your camp earlier this year before it came out. And before I actually threw it on, I was like, okay, now I get it. I get it now. And the more I played it, I was like, oh wow, this is like completely blowing my expectations out of the water. Like it went so much harder than the first one, and just kind of in the same way that you talk about Hades 2.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of
everything about the first one and just made it fucking a million times better.
So here's the problem.
Yeah, both any argument we could make for either game is going to apply right to the other one. I feel like we're in
the
one
problem is that this year there's 4 of us, and so we have now entered the territory of a true stalemate. So what I foresee I'd say there are 2 options presented to us. Number 1, we all hold hands and we have a co-game of the year. Option 2 is we leave it up to the listeners to break the tie.
Oh, can I say like one more thing?
We could do that.
We can, absolutely. I'll say, Aaron, have you played Hades 2? Have you watched a playthrough of Hollow Knight?
Like you're talking about Silksong, right? Just to make sure I understand.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't watched a full. I've watched a little bit of it. I've read lots of blogs about it. Yeah.
So no. Then Jerry, have you played Silksong? Have you watched a playthrough of Hades 2?
I've played Hades 2.
I'm
playing Hades 2.
Yes or no?
Have I watched like a full thing?
Yes.
No.
Okay, then not. Greg, I'm assuming you haven't.
I have not.
Okay. I will say, just as someone who has played Hades 2 all the way through, did all of it, got the true ending, and then also watched Hollow Knight Silksong all the way through, including the true ending, I think there's something more special about Silksong than there is about Hades 2.
Okay.
And so what I'm saying is, as someone who's experienced both completely, I think Silksong's better. Or there's something about it that's just a bit more special. There's something about it that just makes it a little bit more shiny or whatever than Hades 2.
But I think there's something to be said about the way you digest games, and there's nothing wrong with it. But the way a game is to physically play also has to be a factor as well.
Maybe, but like
but that's how we also grade all these other games. Like a lot of these games were on this because of the way they play as well, right? So
well, then not necessarily for me.
I know I'm saying everybody digests games differently, but I'm saying when it's coming to a group decision, it can't not factor for anything.
Maybe, but I feel like I think of the year that like Elden Ring won, and then a lot of the things you're using to discount Silksong, with my opinion, is things that you use to put Elden Ring at first.
Well, those were years where we had 3 of us. We're trying to break a stalemate at this point.
Right, and I'm just making one last final opinion push for Silksong.
Okay, here's what I'll say. Aaron, your pick, your final pick is Hades 2 for Game of the Year. Yes.
It is, but for the sake of getting this over with, I mean,
No,
I
no,
see.
no,
And we're about to. We're about
Okay.
to. This is
My
the
pick is Hades 2 over Silksong.
Hades 2. Okay, Greg, yours is Hades 2 as well.
Yes.
Okay. So here's what I suggest we do a first. We say we can't fucking figure our shit out. So Hades 2 and Silksong both win Game of the Year.
We all hold hands.
In a way that until the listeners and viewers have spoken, then we'll revisit it. And then we'll collect everything that everybody's kind of we'll let them basically be the jury.
Because
Okay.
otherwise, we're
Listen-
going to be here
listeners out
all
there?
night.
We won't get out of here. So, listeners, we gotta let you be the jury on this one. And don't worry, we'll revisit it. This will get revisited. But for now, we gotta wrap this up. And it's just, yeah, Greg's right. Now that there's 4, we have a true stalemate.
We need to get a 5th. No, I'm kidding.
So the way this list looks right now, I do like it. Hades 2 and Hollow Knight Silksong at the very top. Then we got Mario Kart World, Uma Musume, Pokemon ZA, Claire Obscure, Kirby Air Riders, Doom the Dark Ages, Chronos the New Dawn, and Ball Pit.
It's a fine list.
It is a fine list.
It's a damn good
Yeah.
list. It's a good fucking list. It's a very good
And you
list.
know what? If Hades and Hollow Knight share number 1, that means Uma Musume jumped to number 3. in a change no one saw coming.
I'll go with Hades 2 to prevent that from happening.
No,
Oh,
no.
well, there we go. We've
No, no.
done it.
No.
We've solved.
No.
We've solved it.
All of this was for nothing.
No, all I see is Uma Musume is on the 3rd line.
All right.
No. Suddenly Hades 2 is looking good.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? Hades 2 wins Game of the Year.
Yeah. Done. Easy.
Uma Musume, you almost had a bronze medal.
Time to put those horses out to pasture and bury them under some tree or something.
I mean,
anyways,
Let's
So-
go to sleep.
there you go. There's our lists. You guys are awesome. Aaron, I'm glad that you're now part of this family, or we're a part of your family. There's more of us, so we adopted you.
I want you guys to know that even though we got into some heated arguments, I greatly value everything that you guys say, and I wasn't. Yeah, I'm glad to be part of
And
this
like,
whole
listen,
thing.
listen, I'm not heated. We're just engaging in debate.
I'm impassioned, but it's hard
just
not to be
impassioned.
when I talk about things that I feel strongly about. But
The way we roll, man.
It's true.
but ultimately,
we
guys,
every year aim to try to give Beth a breakdown over the Waifu Watch Award.
Yeah.
That's the end goal. That's like this is just
it's
Well,
the rest.
here.
The rest is gravy.
it's really about. And then after 10 years of doing this, then we'll go back and we'll do the top 10 Beth breakdowns.
Yeah, no, but I'm genuinely like, I obviously we're the point to do a list is to get impassioned about it, but this is video games. There's way more serious things going on. Like,
yeah. But yeah,
We don't talk
this
about
is,
those though.
no,
if you
not
stuck
here.
through to the end, I and everybody else appreciates it. Thanks for coming out to this. We will resume anti-game of the year at some other point when schedules are able to line up. Might not be the same, but hopefully this was a good, kind of substitution for that. And yeah, I think I think we got a good list here. I got Chronos the New Dawn at number 9. You fucking suckers.
I don't know. I'm just happy Claire Obscure is out of the top 5.
Yeah. Anyways, let's get out of here, guys. And there's lots to play in 2026.
There is.
So let's get at it. All right, let's get the fuck out of here. Close it up. Close up shop. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.